From cryptid spirits to unwanted sightings to massive alligator attacks, these are some terrifying trail cam videos that will surely knock you down. Cryptid spirit. In the depths of a shadowy forest, a trail camera captured a video that sent shivers down spines and left everyone confused. In the dead of the night, the camera's lens unveiled a spine-chilling sight, a mysterious figure, draped in a ghostly white shroud with long, untamed hair flowing eerily in the wind. This spectral entity and otherworldly presence appeared to be a ghostly woman or a supernatural spirit haunting the heart of the forest. The unsettling part was the inexplicable reason for her presence. Why did this ghostly apparition wander alone through the inky blackness of the woods, under the watchful gaze of the moon? The enigma of her purpose, her ethereal form drifting amidst the trees, cast an eerie pallor over the entire forest. The video, with its eerie and disturbing aura, left everyone with an unsettling feeling that lingers in the mind, like an unsolved riddle of the night. Mysterious creatures. Deep in the dense, unforgiving forest, a mysterious scene unfolded in front of a camera, making anyone who dared to watch it feel their blood run cold. The footage showed a horrifying picture, a strange creature covered in tangled hair with a skull-like head that had no flesh. It wasn't an animal or a person, but a monstrous, infant-like presence that moved in a disturbing way. But terror wasn't alone in this scary place. Another creature emerged from the shadows, a huge nightmare with twisted horns and a face hidden under layers of bones. It charged forward with a wicked plan, ready to attack. The fear in this unearthly footage was real and intense. This eerie and chilling natural event, a mystery on its own, left everyone who saw it trembling with fear. Were they enjoying some evil pleasure or just taking part in a creepy dance of horror? The answer, hidden in darkness, remained unknown. Predator hunt. In a tense forest scene, a trail camera records a scary moment in nature. Some strong and determined wolves chase a helpless deer on a jungle path. The wolves' eyes show they're hungry and mean. The wolves quickly run towards the young deer. They work together and move fast. A sad and intense fight happens. The wolves win, showing how strong they are. The camera doesn't hide the tough truth about how nature works. In all the chaos, you can hear the scared deer crying. This reminds us that nature has rules, and animals have to fight to live. The camera films everything, from the start of the chase to the end when the wolves get their meal. This video shows us a rare look at how animals hunt and try to stay alive. It reminds us that wildlife has to be tough to survive. The strong way the wolves act and the deer's cries make us feel a lot. It's a tough but real part of nature. Epic boar chase. In an amazing video, people saw a monkey riding a wild boar in the jungle. It's one of the coolest things ever. The jungle folks got really excited and tried to catch them, but the monkey and boar ran away super fast through the trees. Everyone was really impressed by how quick and agile they were. Even though the people chased after them, the monkey stayed on the boar's back. It showed that they're really good friends, even though they're different animals. The people were really excited, and it made the whole thing even more awesome. They'll always remember this special moment. As the chase went on, it was clear that the monkey was holding on to the boar really tightly. The boar didn't slow down at all. The jungle folks and the brave pair of animals were in an exciting race that left everyone amazed and out of breath. The video doesn't just show a crazy adventure, but also the wild and untamed side of the jungle. There, surprising friendships and amazing things happen in nature all the time. Skinwalker mystery. The video shows a strange, mysterious, and unsettling encounter that happened at night in the grass. The person's attention is swiftly drawn to a strange pale creature in the video, which then charges toward the car.
Right there, what is that? Is that a buck? What is that? Dude, that's a...
Viewers were perplexed about its true identity after it flicked and took on an unusual appearance, leaving them to believe it was a giant deer. In the video, a theory suggests it might be a skinwalker. Legends from the Navajo people describe creatures called skinwalkers, who can change their shape and have evil intentions toward people. According to Navajo legend, a skinwalker can transform into any animal and frequently perform dark magic. Some people think skinwalkers are real and commit evil deeds, even though many regard the idea as superstition. The Navajo people have stories about skinwalkers that have been passed down through the generations, and some people think that just talking about them will bring misfortune or indicate that they're there. The video also raises the question of whether the person who recorded it on their dashcam saw a skinwalker, or if there are other possible explanations for the weird-looking creature.
Right there, what is that? Is that a bug? What is that? Dude, that's a...
It heightens the controversy and mystique surrounding these sightings and the folklore associated with them. Eerie nighttime creature unveiled. In the dark of night, a camera saw something truly terrifying. It was a creature like a nightmare come to life. Its eyes glowed eerily like evil stars in the black night. As the night grew darker, a wicked, ghostly figure appeared. It was a scary thing with eyes that blazed like fiery embers from a cursed fire. It came out of the shadows like a spooky dance, and the camera captured this scary transformation. It looked like a web made of fear. This mysterious and horrible creature gave off a very old and bad feeling, making anyone who saw it really scared. It was like something that didn't belong in our world, a creature that was scarier than anything we could understand. On this cold night, nothing this horrifying had ever been seen before. It seemed to crawl out of the dark, and its evil purpose was hidden in its shadowy shape. It was a total mystery that left everyone who saw it feeling really afraid, like something very bad was about to happen. As the darkness took away the truth about what this thing was, the world shook with fear. Nobody could know what kind of evil was hiding in that terrible place, or what terrible plan this creature had for the world of the living. The camera had seen something no one should ever see, a glimpse into the darkest and most terrifying place. And the question remained, a mystery without an answer in the dark. Mysterious forest insect dance. Deep in the forest where the sun peeked through the leaves, a camera saw something strange. It was daytime and a group of insects circled a single stone. They moved in a never-ending loop, like a secret dance of nature. Each insect followed the one in front, almost like they had a special rhythm only they understood. It was like an invisible magic guiding them, a secret of the forest. Everyone watching, humans and animals, couldn't figure out why they did this. It was a mystery just like the warm forest breeze. People wondered what was the reason behind this mysterious performance. Some thought it might be an old ceremony, a way of honoring forgotten gods. Others imagined it as a tiny GPS system, nature's incredible precision on display. But no one could know for sure why they kept circling the stone. Some even thought these insects were messengers from another world, sending a cosmic message through their mysterious dance. A few believed they might be time travelers, repeating their loop throughout history. Whispers of ancient curses and magical stones filled the forest as people pondered the endless puzzle. The insects' dance continued. It was a never-ending enchanting show deep in the woods. The camera captured this timeless mystery, leaving everyone who saw it full of wonder and respect for the hidden secrets of the natural world. The Tasmanian tiger. Have you seen the widely circulated colorized footage of the Tasmanian tiger? It's crazy. The thylacine, popularly known as the Tasmanian tiger, was declared extinct in 1936. But this film revives the species in a way that has never been seen colorized before. The thylacine can be seen in the video walking around a cage while showing its striped coat and strong jaw. It is much more intriguing due to the colorization, which highlights the animal's inherent beauty. Though it is painful to consider that we have lost such a magnificent animal, it also serves as a reminder of how technology may be used to bring the past to life. Haunted jaguar. The camera caught a very mysterious and haunted sight. The air was truly filled with enigma and uneasiness. The camera picked up the appearance of the jaguar in a river. There was a little part of dry area in the river where this haunted jaguar was standing. It was a very peculiar sight that happened here. This haunted jaguar was so wild that it seemed like it was standing here in search of the haunting. It was so wild, having black spots on all of its body. The peculiar sight is that there was also a crocodile near the jaguar. The jaguar suddenly caught the crocodile. It was yearning with the pain. It also tried to escape from the jaguar, but it caught the crocodile firmly. It dragged away the crocodile by passing from the sea. It grabbed it from its neck so its mouth was opened utterly. It was a very cryptic scene. At least the cruel jaguar dragged the crocodile to the dry land. Then, it tightly bites the crocodile's neck by its sharp teeth, and after a while, the crocodile was killed by the jaguar. It was a very haunted and eerie scene. This was a deep and great mystery that was captured by the camera in that river. Speedy cheetah. The camera had captured a mysterious sight. It was a cherished fact of nature. This was a scene of a cheetah that was so fast and speedy. It was known as the world's fastest land animal. Their claws work rather like studs on football boots for extra grip when sprinting, while their long tail acts as a rudder that helps them make sharp turns while chasing the prey. In this video, the camera recorded the appearance of the cheetah that was so fast it was looking for its prey that was a deer. It had a look on deer. The cheetah was run fast before the deer, then the deer ran to escape its life. The cheetah ran so fast it'd make a turn to caught it. The deer breath grew heavy, and its legs began to ache. The atmosphere was truly filled with enigma. It was a deep, suspicious mystery about the cheetah. It was not still revealed what happened with the anxious deer. A giant ogre. In this vague video of a dense forest, a rare mystic creature can be seen sauntering through a shallow river toward its edge and disappearing deep into the woods. An eerie creature that has always been a staple of spooky stories was recorded live by an observer, wandering in an amble manner towards its hiding. It all began when a curious spectator witnessed a peculiar sight deep in the woods. Curiosity caught the better of him, and he plunged out his camera to save this unconventional moment as historical evidence. The video captured an eerie creature claimed by the observer as the Bigfoot. However, the creature looked nothing like the Bigfoot. The beast seemed hairless with a standard height, wearing a conspicuous figure over its body. Upon close observation, it looked like it was wearing some colored clothing or a swimsuit. Its feet, the notoriously famous giant feet that made it the Bigfoot, were plunged into the river. Hence, this video cannot provide a solid testimony to the creature's existence. However, it can keep people wondering about its worldly presence. Cryptic chimpanzees. The camera had recorded a mysterious and rare sight. It was recorded on a grassy land. This scene was very peculiar and uncanny. The camera had noticed the appearance of a chimpanzee. It was not a normal or ordinary chimpanzee. It was hairless. The air held an atmosphere of mystery and uncertainty. This peculiar creature or being was looking very cryptic, other than a normal one. It was very skinny. No hairs were present on its body. It sucked up to eating bananas. There were also many other chimpanzees here, but this chimpanzee was looking unusual and cryptic. Between them, the air was filled up with true enigma and mystery. The question is explode that is this a metaphysical creature or being, or this peculiar chimpanzee had desperate disease? It was a great deep mystery that the camera recorded. It is not still found or revealed yet. This mythical being makes everyone fascinated. It stands as a profound enigma, a great and deep mystery that lingers in the mind of those who witnessed it. A hiker's encounter with a faceless man. The video began in full daylight under a soothing sun, with a dog howling loudly and intensely in the middle of a hiking trail in the woods. The hiker can be seen lost amid these agonizing voices, pondering the peculiar behavior of its generally pleasant dog. Upon further diving deep into the video, a strange encounter was caught on the camera, making it even more mystique and vicious. An eerie creature appeared from nowhere and suddenly disappeared into a thin ear. The ominous creature was slenderly tall, faceless with no visible crevices, curves, or texture, draped in an all-white hue, meandering in front of the dog. and then swiftly vanishing through the woods in its own realm. Due to a high perception of the lurking danger, the dog could locate and gawk at the spirit. Meanwhile, the hiker started recording his ghastly surroundings. To his astonishment, the camera's unblinking eye recorded a blurred, decrepit, and ghostly figure sauntering through the woods. This ominous and spine-chilling incident left a trail of unsettling questions about the mystique realm of eerie creatures and their presence in the real world. Mysterious Dogman in the Woods. Imagine that on one sunny day, a strange event happened in a deep hidden forest. The air was strangely quiet, except for the constant sounds of insects, making the whole scene even more mysterious. The camera moved through the thick trees, showing that there were no people around in this desolate place. The forest kept its secrets well hidden, making it a complete mystery. And then, out of nowhere, something bizarre appeared. A huge, terrifying creature stood among the tall trees, part human and part dog. Its dark, midnight black fur made it look incredibly scary. This creature was both fascinating and frightening, like something from a nightmare. Its eyes were deep and intense, staring right at the camera. It felt like those dark eyes could see into your very soul, as if they held ancient forest secrets long forgotten by people. What this strange creature was doing in the forest and why it was there remained a big mystery. The forest was like a puzzle, where it was hard to tell what was real and what wasn't. The Dogman, this unexplainable creature, continued to watch silently. It left everyone wondering and guessing. In the deep dark woods, a sinister presence remained, a puzzle that needed solving but was too scary to approach. Irresolute Deer. The camera had recorded something very mysterious and cryptic. It was a very peculiar or strange scene. This scene was recorded in woods where the two deer were statues. There was another alive heart real deer. It came near that of a statue deer. It judged that deer that was a statue. It laid over the deer. It was thinking that it was a real deer, so it makes interacting with it. It lays on the back of the deer and starts sniffing its neck. It was continuing this work. Suddenly, the statue deer neck was broken. It was desperate from it. Then this deer knew that it was not a real one. It was just a statue. So it moved away from there. It was a great deep mystery how the deer considered this statue real. Otter stealing fishes. In the dark night, something sneaky happened at a fancy spa. A special camera saw it all. Guess who the star was? An otter, not your usual hero, but tonight, it played the main part in a secret story. The video showed the otter doing something strange and clever. The tricky part was the electric fence. Everyone thought it would stop any animal. But not this otter. It glided through it like a ghost, adding more mystery to the night. The otter seemed to understand things we couldn't see, like it had a secret pact with the night. Then, the big surprise. The otter wanted a fish, a whole bunch, 50 of them. These weren't just any fish, they were like treasures in the water kingdom. When morning arrived, the spa was confused. How did the otter pull off this fishy mission so smoothly? People started talking about the otter like it was a nighttime genius, a fish-stealing maestro. The stolen fish now held a story, a mystery as deep as the night that watched it all happen. The otter, a water phantom, became the secret star, leaving everyone wondering about the strange, moonlit tale in the spa's quiet water world. Mystical forest fox. In a thick forest where shadows hide secrets under the trees, a video showed something mysterious. The sun, shining its gold light, uncovered a strange sight, a creature moving fast and tricky among the old trees. It was a mystery, like a wild secret of the woods. Watching the video made you curious. The creature, like a ghost in the woods, moved in a special way. At first, it was hard to see because of the light and dark, making you wonder if it was a story creature or a spirit taking care of the old trees. But then a surprise came. The mystery thing was just a wild fox, a messenger from the wild. Its orange-brown fur matched the colors of the forest ground, like a living ghost blending with nature. Even though we now knew it was a fox, we didn't understand why it was there. Like a ghost moving between different parts of the forest, the fox went from one place to another. At first, it looked like a cat, but if you look closely, it turned into a graceful fox. In the quiet sounds of leaves and the sunlight coming through the trees, the fox kept going mysteriously. It was like a protector of the forest's secrets, leaving everyone watching to wonder about the hidden stories beneath the green trees. The Tailless Fox. In the extreme vastness of a thick forest, home to many mystic phantoms, a trail camera was set to record the unnatural and daunting set of events. The footage revealed strange movements by a peculiar predator. An uninviting scene of wilderness surrounded by tranquility and enigmatic abandonment was captured. The tall trees, laden with twigs and bushes, looked gloomier than usual, as if it were a realm of some unwelcoming creature, a door to an unseen world of hostile creatures hungry for worldly beings. In the video, a peculiar creature was seen popping from nowhere in sight, with big, bright, beaming eyes wandering here and there for its prey. The creature looked like a fox, with no tail and a very abnormal facial structure. Unlike the quiet and stealthy nature of the skulk of foxes, this creature was hopping and jumping quickly in search of its prey. The animal remained for a few minutes and escaped from the frame. Witnessing such a creature can be spooky for some people. In contrast for others, it raised a question about some other species of fox, or a fox without a tail due to some unfortunate events. However, nature is mystic and enigmatic. Mysterious Bridge Spectre Horror. In the middle of the night, a really scary video showed something unimaginably horrifying. In this video, there were some people walking along a desolate road, surrounded by a deep pitch-black darkness that seemed to engulf them completely. As they continued down this eerie path, an unsettling feeling of fear started to creep over them. Suddenly, something terrifying emerged, as if summoned from the deepest depths of despair. It was a tall, ghostly figure dressed in white, standing precariously on the edge of an old, crumbling bridge. Its presence felt like a warning of impending disaster. Those who saw it were overwhelmed by panic and rushed towards the mysterious figure. Driven by an instinct to help, their frantic cries cut through the silence of the night. But they couldn't reach in time. With a grim determination, the figure leaped from the edge of the bridge, falling into the abyss below. However, the truly chilling part was what happened next. Inexplicably, the ghostly figure didn't crash into the dark waters as you might expect. Instead, it vanished into the impenetrable darkness, leaving those who had witnessed this strange event utterly bewildered. They scoured the area, their hearts pounding with fear, but there was no sign of the figure. This unsettling incident left everyone with more questions than answers. What was that eerie creature? Why was it on the bridge? What dark purpose drove it to the edge of oblivion? Fear held them in its grip, like a thick, suffocated fog, sending shivers down their spines. Reality seemed to have unraveled into an unsolvable mystery, blurring the line between the world we know and the world of the supernatural. The secrets of that nightmarish encounter would forever remain hidden in the depths of the unknown, leaving everyone with a chilling riddle that defied explanation. Mysterious Bigfoot. In a sunny forest where trees whisper ancient stories, a secret video showed something strange. It happened in the daytime, with sunlight turning everything golden. But in this beautiful place, a mysterious creature appeared. Some called it Bigfoot. This huge creature walked through the woods, making the ground shake with each step. It was like a dark shadow against the green trees, making you feel something strange. It was really big and mysterious, not like anything we know. It seemed to be a bridge between what we can touch and what we can't understand. The creature was covered in black fur that moved like shadows with its every move. The air felt tense, like the woods were telling secrets about this mysterious being. When he looked into its dark eyes through the video, a strong, not good feeling came out. It was like the woods and the creature were keeping secrets together. After people saw the video, everyone gasped. The mysterious creature left a strong mark in the minds of those who watched. We still don't know what it wants or why it's here. The video became a mix of ideas and scared feelings. In the world of things we can't explain, this big, dark creature makes us wonder, how much danger is hiding in the shadows with Bigfoot? Pissed Bigfoot warned hunter and blind. In a big forest with lots of trees, there was a surprise. A video of a huge black creature, the famous Bigfoot. It was like a shadow against the tall trees, a mysterious giant hidden in the wild. The person making the video noticed something strange. Bigfoot looked mad. This was weird because Bigfoot is usually a mystery and not angry. Why it was upset was a secret lost in the deep forest. Something even stranger happened next. Bigfoot didn't just stay mad, it decided to do something about it. It checked out the person with the camera, showing its wild side. Suddenly, Bigfoot gathered big sticks and branches, making a bunch of weapons. Everyone watching, far away or on screens, got tense, waiting for what would happen next. Bigfoot, now armed with these makeshift tools, surprised everyone with its skill. It threw the wooden stuff at the person with the camera, each throw a mix of amazement and fear. The forest turned into a kind of stage, where nature made a show of a surprising fight between a person and a legendary creature. No one could understand why Bigfoot was so angry. Was it because someone came into its special home, or was it just annoyed at being on camera? The reason stayed hidden in the wild woods. People who saw this were both amazed and scared, feeling a strong mix of wonder and worry. The Bigfoot story, usually just whispers and blurry pictures, became something new in the modern age, leaving behind lots of questions and a scary memory of a huge creature showing its anger deep in the forest. Mysterious creature's forest encounter. In a thick forest, a strange photo appeared showing a mysterious creature that didn't seem like any known animal. It looked like a mix of a monkey and something else standing there surrounded by a mysterious vibe. Covered in fur, it seemed to carry ancient stories, like it held secrets from a really long time ago. The creature had long limbs with claws, making it seem powerful and not like anything you'd see every day. Its eyes were super dark, like staring into a deep unknown place, giving off a sense of either wisdom or maybe something a bit scary. The mouth added to the mystery, as if it knew truths that could change how we see nature. The photo was taken in bright daylight, but the creature made shadows that felt like they were telling forgotten stories. The forest, usually a calm and familiar place, now held this mysterious thing. People who saw the photo were shocked, gasping at this strange encounter that went beyond what they thought they knew. People whispered under the old trees, wondering if it were a spirit protecting the forest, a creature from an ancient tale, or something from places we can't even imagine. The once peaceful forest now hid a secret, calling out to those curious and brave enough to figure out what this mysterious being really was. With no clear answer to the creature's puzzle, the photo became proof that there's still big mysteries out there. In the heart of the forest where shadows tell stories, this mysterious being stayed hidden, challenging those who dared to explore and uncover its secrets. Mysterious Dogman. In the bright forest, a man chased his dog. The dog raced fast like it knew a big secret. Curious, the man followed through trees that whispered stories. Deeper in, shadows stuck to leaves like quiet ghosts. Suddenly, in the middle of the woods, he saw something huge. A mix of man and beast moving gracefully. Weird energy filled the air. Was it a guardian or a stranger from far-off places? Fear gripped the man. His dog stopped, watching the mysterious creature. What brought them here? The familiar forest now felt strange. Scared, the man decided to go back. The forest echoed with his steps, blending with nature's spooky sounds. The mystery lingered, a giant dogman, a guardian, or maybe just a trick of shadows. The man left and the secret stayed hidden. A strange moment in the greenery that puzzled those who heard about it, a story that stayed a question forever. Nobody knew what it really was and left everyone scared. It was totally a mysterious scene. Hungry crocodiles. Do you know how a hungry crocodile feasts over his meal? If not, then don't worry, we got you. This disturbing footage began with the terrifying sight of a group of giant crocodiles gawking at the piece of meat, as if they'd been kept hungry for ages. They began crowding near the man, who was holding a huge chunk of the meat in the air. Well, that chunk was not enough for tons of giant crocodiles. Yet the man tossed that chunk into the pond, brimmed with hungry crocodiles, adding more to the already dreadful atmosphere. The deafening silence soon ended with water splashes as the crocodiles became fanatical at the long-awaited meal. They attacked over the one piece of meat, and some lucky crocodile at the back nibbled that flesh. The video ended with crocodiles staring at the man, hoping for a meatier feast. Crown of Victory. In the blissful sight of the Arctic region, a colossal deer with enormous antlers was seen wandering through snowy hills. However, this wasn't the sole reason to document this beautiful herbivore. There was something peculiar about this colossal elk. As he was grazing in the meadows, a giant thing stuck in his horns caught the observer's attention. That massive thing was the crown of his victorious battle. It was the head of another deer, who might have been unluckily in a deadly encounter. The way that the head had been pierced through one of its antlers speaks great volumes about the immense strength these Arctic elk possess and how fatal their encounters can be. Predator versus predator. Have you ever seen a predator falling prey to another predator? Nature's vicious cycle works in such a way that even venomous predators can serve as a delicious meal for avians. For instance, in this video, an eagle can be seen brutally dismembering a giant snake. These sharp claws had their grips tight on the slithering creature, while its pointed beak started making brutal incisions on the snake's wriggling body. This video might be triggering for you guys, as the eagle ripped apart the snake's abdomen, exposing his intestines and eating them right away. The eagle did not stop there. It kept butchering the snake nibble by nibble, and in the end, severed its already torn body. Leap of faith. A lone bobcat set out on a risky journey amid the vastness of the Arctic wasteland. The landscape, blanketed in snow and ice, stretched endlessly before the cat. The bobcat was conscious of the threats hiding beneath the frosty surface, and used its strong senses to detect its every move. While walking over the frozen lake, the bobcat felt shivers run down its spine as a sudden sharp cracking broke the eerie calm. At that instant of extreme danger, the bobcat's survival instincts took over. It shot into the freezing air with a magnificent leap full of speed and agility. With a gentle thud, it landed on the other side of the brittle ice after using its strong legs to drive itself to safety. The bobcat's quick reflexes and acute awareness had kept it safe from the freezing grasp of the water below in the face of hardship. Creepy encounter. During the night, the lights in the house were turned off, and a camera that monitors everything discovered something really peculiar. It was in the dining room, which is where people would traditionally gather to eat together. But now an odd occurrence was taking place there. Strange forms that did not appear to be from our world suddenly materialized in front of the camera. A terrifying creature appeared on the film, which caused the atmosphere in the room to become eerie and unsettling. Was it a ghost or a spirit that had passed on from this world? And was it hostile? Or was it something peculiar that came from a location that we're not familiar with? Its form shifted in a sinister manner, much like the way the shape of a candle shifts when the breeze blows. Every time we looked at a different painting, we were left with more questions, and the atmosphere in the room became more unsettling. The dining area had transformed into a portal leading to an otherworldly realm, a location that was incompatible with everyday life. But one thing was abundantly clear: a very weird object had left its mark there, and we were able to see it forever in the peculiar film. Haunted office horror. Late into the night, within a hushed office, a man diligently worked, completely unaware of the impending terror lurking in the shadows. The room, bathed in a faint, eerie glow, bore an unsettling atmosphere that something was awry. Then an icy breeze sliced through the room, causing him to shudder involuntarily. The bizarre and spine-tingling events unfolded in rapid succession. A chilling noise shattered the silence as a bottle toppled over and papers fluttered into chaos, as if a malevolent specter orchestrated their macabre dance. Fear gripped his heart as he approached a chair that had been mysteriously upended. A guttural growl reverberated in the room, and to his sheer disbelief, the chair was propelled backward by an unseen sinister force. Paralyzed with dread, he stumbled away, his heart racing like a drumbeat of doom. In blind panic, he sprinted for the exit, never daring to cast a backward glance. That office had transformed into a nightmarish realm, a place where the boundaries between reality and the supernatural blurred irreversibly. The horrifying ordeal left him with a tale of horror that would haunt him every waking moment. Dogs versus coyotes. This video features a heroic moment with two livestock guardian dogs defending their farm from two coyotes, recorded by an outdoor CCTV camera installed for security. The farmer protects a flock of goats and a chicken coop with two dogs, a 9-month Anatolian Shepherd and a 17-month-old Great Pyrenees, trained and bred to safeguard against predators. When the CCTV detected movement near the goat corral and chicken coop, it revealed two coyotes attempting to attack the livestock. The dogs, despite being outnumbered, courageously confronted the intruders, engaging in a fierce battle. The CCTV documented the entire fight, concluding with the dogs successfully chasing the coyotes away from the farm, leaving viewers deeply impressed by their dedication and the strong bond between humans and animals. Cougar encounter. Discover the exciting story of a unique animal encounter that made Beach Canyon close temporarily. Hikers saw a rare cougar, and that made everyone take quick safety steps. This is important for the safety of visitors and the cougar, a local animal you hardly ever see. Beach Canyon is known for its beautiful nature. There are forests, streams, and lots of animals. But when hikers met a cougar, they had to be safe. Experts who know about animals are watching closely to make sure the cougar is okay and can go back to its home. While the canyon is closed for now, it reminds us how amazing nature is. This closing shows we want to keep nature safe for animals and people. We hope the cougar can go back home soon. While we wait, let's remember how great Beach Canyon is and how we need to take care of it. And don't worry, the beauty of nature will always be here, ready for you to enjoy again. Cosmic Enigma unveiled. A strange video appeared, kind of hidden and mysterious. It showed a weird picture sent to the UFO network. In the picture, there was something with wings that you couldn't see normally. It looked like a UFO, one of those unknown things in the sky. The strange part? It made no noise at all. People thought maybe it used anti-gravity or some other super cool tech. People who tried to figure it out talked about it being similar to the famous Roswell UFO. That's like a legendary story people tell about a weird thing in the sky. It's like a shadow in space, making people wonder what it really is. But even with all the talk, the mystery stayed a mystery. Nobody, no smart person could figure out what this winged mystery thing really was. It stayed hidden like a secret code written in the story of the universe. This strange dance of the Roswell-like thing became a forever puzzle, a song the universe sings that we just can't understand, keeping us curious and wondering about the things we don't know. Pissed Bigfoot warned hunter and blind. In a big forest with lots of trees, there was a surprise. A video of a huge black creature, the famous Bigfoot. It was like a shadow against the tall trees, a mysterious giant hidden in the wild. The person making the video noticed something strange. Bigfoot looked mad. This was weird because Bigfoot is usually a mystery and not angry. Why it was upset was a secret lost in the deep forest. Something even stranger happened next. Bigfoot didn't just stay mad, it decided to do something about it. It checked out the person with the camera, showing its wild side. Suddenly, Bigfoot gathered big sticks and branches, making a bunch of weapons. Everyone watching far away or on screens got tense, waiting for what would happen next. Bigfoot, now armed with these makeshift tools, surprised everyone with its skill. It threw the wooden stuff at the person with the camera, each throw a mix of amazement and fear. The forest turned into a kind of stage where nature made a show of a surprising fight between a person and a legendary creature. No one could understand why Bigfoot was so angry. Was it because someone came into its special home, or was it just annoyed at being on camera? The reason stayed hidden in the wild woods. People who saw this were both amazed and scared, feeling a strong mix of wonder and worry. The Bigfoot story, usually just whispers and blurry pictures, became something new in the modern age, leaving behind lots of questions and a scary memory of a huge creature showing its anger deep in the forest. Thank you for coming along on this spooky adventure with us. Subscribe to our channel if you want more spine-chilling stories and hair-raising encounters. We're always going into the deepest recesses to bring you the most intriguing and terrifying video ever captured on camera. And remember to set that notification bell to ensure you get all the updates on our fascinating adventures. Kiev's enigmatic evening. As the sun set in Kiev, a video showed something strange under a bridge. The road, usually busy with people, now had mysterious creatures in the dim light. They moved in a weird way, making the evening feel strange. It was like a secret show under the sky. Under the bridge, these mysterious creatures appeared. They were hard to see clearly, adding to the weird feeling. The air felt heavy, like something eerie was happening below the city's normal life. Watching the video made people nervous. What were these creatures, and where did they come from? The fear came from not knowing. The bridge, usually just a path, became a door to something mysterious. People guessed about these creatures, but no one had real answers. Were they from another world just visiting ours? Or were they protectors of an old secret bothered by the usual things above? The question stayed, and the video continued. The fear stayed too, making those who watched shiver. No one could solve the puzzle of these creatures' purpose. Kiev, usually full of history, now had a new mystery. People were left scared and unsure about the strange night. The video became proof of something unexplainable, a moment with weird beings in the city's lights. With no answers, stories of magic and unknowns filled people's thoughts even after the video ended. That evening in Kiev became a time when the normal and the mysterious mixed in a strange dance. Mysterious wolf sounds. In Scotland at night, the video showed dark scenes. It was like a black blanket covering everything, with shadows and secrets peeking through. The moon tried to shine its light, but the darkness stayed mysterious and puzzling. Strange sounds echoed from far away like a spooky wolf song. But was it really a wolf? The sounds stayed hidden, not telling where they came from. A creepy rhythm moved through the silent night, a mysterious whisper from a place we couldn't see. As the video went on, the sounds got louder, like a ghostly music playing from unseen places. The howls felt strange, not just like regular wolf sounds. Was it truly a wolf, or was some strange creature wandering in the Scottish night? The dark landscape showed shadows dancing, hiding more than showing. The camera was just watching, capturing the mystery of the night. It hinted at secrets lost at hidden places, where truth and mystery mixed in a forever dance. The person watching, just seeing this strange music of the night, didn't know what was real. The uncertainty stayed like a mist, a mark on that Scottish night story. The video ended, but the puzzle stayed, remembered as a question without an answer, a mystery that would always be there, lingering in the dark. The Cryptic Coyote. In a dark forest, a camera captured a strange scene that felt both spooky and sad. The air held a strange feeling, making people worry. The atmosphere was weird. In the picture, a small deer stood, looking innocent, facing a mean coyote. The coyote, following its instincts, chased the deer with strong determination. The deer looked scared, running away, the coyote right behind. Suddenly, the chase ended sadly. The coyote caught the deer, biting its soft skin. The deer felt sharp pain, its legs moving wildly, a painful struggle on the ground. This scene without words told a story anyone could understand. It reminded us of nature's tough side. The harshness, clear in the wild setting, left a strong memory. For a moment, we saw how life and death work together in nature. This picture, simple yet powerful, left a sad feeling in anyone who saw it. The little deer was very frightened, and on the other hand, the coyote was stone-hearted. It showed us the harsh reality of nature, where survival can be cruel and unforgiving. Unseen creature encounter. In the deep dark forest, a camera caught something really weird and mysterious. It felt strange and gave everyone a little scare. It made people wonder what on earth it could be. Then the camera saw Gollum, a peculiar figure giving everyone curious, creepy chills. This Gollum was a super mysterious, spooky creature you usually only read about in books. But here, someone took a photo of it in the forest. That made everyone start to wonder if Gollum might actually be real. They looked really scary and strange. Their teeth were like goblins, and they had wet skin and little pieces of bat wings. Their appearance was confusing, with big, round, pale eyes, and they were as dark as the deepest night. They were also really skinny. This creature was a huge mystery. People couldn't decide if it was actually real or just something from stories. The answer was still a secret, waiting to be discovered like a hidden treasure in a fairy tale. It left people wondering what it could be. Creepiness unveiled. In a place where technology meets the mysteries we can't explain, motion cameras do a special job. They silently watch over things, especially when night falls. For folks who own homes, these cameras promise safety. They snap quick pictures, capture important moments, and act like alert guards, making you jump when they sense something strange. But they're not just for houses. They venture into the wild places where secrets hide. Deep in the wilds of Sydney, Australia, there's a spooky forest. One night, when the moon refused to shine on the trees, a motion camera saw something eerie. At first, the camera just picked up normal nighttime movements, maybe an animal doing its thing. But then, with a creepy clarity, it showed us something else. Imagine a creature dark as the night itself as it stepped out of a scary story. It stood among the twisted trees, soaking up all the darkness, except for its unnaturally bright eyes. Those eyes gleamed with a wicked light, and they stared straight into the camera like they knew it was being watched. Nobody knew where this terrifying thing came from. It didn't fit with the rules of the forest like it was a ghost from some old legend. Was it a supernatural being, a leftover from ancient nightmares, or just a camera trick? The forest kept its secret, only telling the wind in hushed whispers. This spooky sight left everyone who saw it feeling uneasy. What this strange creature wanted, we still don't know. It's a mystery that's now part of the camera's memory, a memory that gives anyone who looks at it a chilling feeling of the unknown. Crocodile. In a world full of secrets where nature hides its mysteries beneath the surface, there are creatures of great danger. Among them is the crocodile, a living relic of ancient power. This story takes place under the scorching sun, where a tale of fear and fascination unfolds. On a calm river, a small boat drifted, carrying fishermen on a quest for a bountiful catch. They cast their nets, unaware of the lurking danger. The sun's rays shimmered on the water's surface, painting it in gold. Suddenly, as if summoned by an ancient otherworldly call, a massive crocodile emerged from the depths. It was like a scene from a nightmare, with its eyes dark as obsidian, gleaming with a mysterious purpose. The fisherman, so tiny compared to this colossal creature, shuddered with fear. The air grew heavy, and the river seemed to hold its breath. The crocodile, despite its enormous size, moved gracefully toward them. The once friendly sun now bore witness to a terrifying encounter between humans and this ancient reptile. The fisherman, paralyzed by fear, could do nothing as the crocodile's jaws opened wide, revealing rows of sharp, deadly teeth. Time seemed to slow down as the crocodile's head swayed towards them. Like a gruesome pendulum in a sinister dance. Its horrifying features etched themselves in the minds of the fishermen, a living nightmare before them. In that moment, they saw the true power of the wild, where human frailty crumbled in the face of nature's might. The monstrous reptile, its intentions unknown, left an indelible mark on the fishermen's souls, a haunting reminder of the ancient mysteries that still inhabit our world. Cryptic Doll's Paranormal State. In the bright, unfriendly daylight, something really creepy happened in a video. Imagine a sweet doll, all with pretty gold hair, looking innocent, right? But here's the twist. A mysterious shadow figure joined the scene, messing with the doll's hair in a strange way. This doll, that seemed so harmless, was hiding a spooky secret. Its eyes, usually a calm blue, revealed something dark and mean. While the hidden hand kept doing its weird job, the doll's eyes started moving in a creepy dance, not following normal rules. A weird, not-so-friendly smile showed up on its doll face, making things even scarier. The doll's eye movements weren't normal at all, like it was dancing to a ghostly tune. This gave anyone watching major chills. Each glance from those eerie eyes hinted at some mysterious plan. Was the doll a home for a ghostly spirit, or was it doing its own ghostly tricks, messing with reality in ways we can't see? People who saw the video got a spooky feeling they couldn't shake. That innocent doll turned into something that gives you the shivers, leaving a strange memory in the minds of those who looked into its strange world. The line between regular and ghostly stuff got all blurry, making everyone wonder. What scary things were hiding behind that cute doll face, and why did those beautiful eyes seem to hide something so wicked? Mysterious night creature. In the dark night, a man with a camera went to find out what secrets hid in the shadows. As he recorded, something spooky appeared. A mysterious creature, kind of scary and puzzling, came out from the really dark place. The night was super dark, like a big black canvas where mysteries like to hide. Suddenly, bright eyes showed up in the deep darkness, a scary sight that caught everyone's attention. People had lots of questions because no one knew what the creature wanted. The man, sounding scared, told a weird story.
It followed me home and it is absolutely staring at me right now.
The creature, like a ghost, followed him on his way home. It gave him goosebumps and left a strong memory. What made this nighttime follower tick, and what secrets did it have?
It followed me home from the gifting rock. It's about 1 o'clock in the morning right now.
People started talking about different ideas, like it might be a Bigfoot, a creature from stories that somehow got into real life, but not everyone believed it. Doubts floated around like a fog hiding the real answer. The mystery of those glowing eyes kept going, a secret puzzle in everyone's thoughts. What kind of deal did the man make with this night creature without even knowing? Was it a protector, a sign of good things, or a sign of things unknown, leading him through the confusing mysteries of the night?
It followed me home and it is absolutely staring at me right now.
In the night's picture, where shadows and secrets played together, the answers stayed away. Only the scary shape of the unknown creature stayed in people's minds, making that night's story a kind of spooky song in the world of mysteries. Cryptic paranormal gym equipment. In the dark park at night, something weird happened. A video showed a gym thing moving all by itself, like a ghost was working out. It wasn't human hands moving it, but something spooky. The night got creepy as this see-through thing did exercises with the heavy gym stuff. It made strange sounds like it was struggling with a weird kind of effort. People who saw this got scared, feeling a spooky kind of shiver. Police officers, usually strong and in charge, looked confused in their uniforms. They couldn't believe what was happening. It was like the ghostly gym took over. Panic hit them, and they couldn't figure out this strange situation. They took out cameras, shaky in their hands, recording this strange thing that shouldn't be real. The night became a mix of normal and ghostly, with the police accidentally becoming ghost recorders. They talked quietly about things they didn't understand, their minds confused by the strange ghost making the gym moves. A hidden fear filled the air, like everyone knew something very strange was going on. But in the mystery of that night, no one dared to find out who or what was behind the ghostly gym, leaving the park with a weird feeling from meeting the spooky and unknown. Freshwater shrimp. In a quiet forest where the sunlight touches everything gently, something special happened. The green leaves, like secret keepers, shared stories only known to the old trees. In this hidden place, a little shrimp, a messenger of wonders, danced on the green stage. This shrimp was special, shining and red like a hidden treasure. As sunlight filtered through the branches, the mysterious creature, a guardian of the forest secrets, enjoyed a feast on the green leaves. It was like a magical dance, a show of nature's secrets as the shrimp, all dressed up in captivating red, searched for food. Quietly, the shrimp nibbled on thin layers covering the leaves, making sure the forest stayed clean. This simple act was like a secret code, keeping the balance in the forest. The video caught this hidden event, a quick look into the mysterious life of the forest. Each picture was like a magical painting, echoing the Earth's heartbeat. The red shrimp added its charm, showing how nature's different parts work together. This video, lit by the gentle sunlight, was more than just pictures. It wasn't just about what you see, it was like a close-up look at the connections in nature. A touching story about the mysteries that fill the big stage of nature's play.
What the hell is that? What the hell? Let's get up!
So, I know spotting an old man just walking anywhere does not sound spooky or anything, but spotting something which looks like an old man but with no head and carrying God knows what in his hand is one disturbing thing. To some it was a demon, while to others some kind of prank. But whatever it was, the man was not something you'd want to encounter in your life. Most of us just want to stay away from danger, but some curious minds, they just love diving deep into the mysteries. For instance, these two. While wandering in the forest, they came across an abandoned mine shaft. By the looks of it, it seemed like it's been centuries till the mine shaft has been used by anyone. So, well, unlike every normal human being, these two decided to go a little closer and check what was in there. And a second later, we knew the reason why the mine shaft was abandoned, as a weird creature with glowing eyes just pops out of nowhere. Just as spiders have been caught crawling on the trail cams, some other weird creatures have been caught flying here and there as well. For instance, take this one. This Ring camera was supposed to keep eyes on the intruders, but what it recorded left the house owners in shock. At first, what you see might look like a spider, but some tiny strange creatures keep flying around the camera. But what was it? Some fairies or something else? Do let us know what you guys think. When this man was trying to find something out of the ordinary in the woods, he came across exactly that. A weird, tiny creature with glowing eyes hiding deep under some abandoned well. And even though he was just looking for that kind of thing, the man did not stop for even a second to have a closer look at that thing. This video captures this super creepy guy lurking around in the woods. The person filming tries to have a chat with him and figure out what he's doing there.
How you doing? Oh.
But he doesn't say a single word. Instead, he just makes these spine-chilling noises that'll totally creep you out. After a moment, the man begins crawling out of the woods in the most bizarre manner, and that's when the person filming becomes spooked and decides to leave the area. So there's this video of these guys who went for a night walk in the woods. They had a flashlight, but it was still hella dark. As they were walking, they found this strange creature sitting on the ground with its back to them. At first, they figured it was some sort of animal, but when it turned its head around, they saw these creepy glowing eyes and a super creepy face. Some folks say it was a demon, while others reckon it was a fallen angel. Either way, it's some seriously spooky stuff. This video features a man who was intrigued by unusual sounds emanating from the sewer near his home. He'd heard similar noises before and had seen what he believed to be an extraterrestrial being. In a courageous attempt, he tried to communicate with the creature, but the outcome was anything but calm. While some speculate that it may have been the rake, the identity of the creature remains a mystery. Dark web is something we all know about, but not everyone can access. And trust me, the ones who did access it ended up regretting. Take this video for example. We see a creepy creature moving in the house, from hallway to the room and then to God knows where. And if you're thinking it was human, just look at the way it's walking. Does that look human to you? In July 2021, some people were on their way back to their home in India. According to them, it was somewhere around midnight when they came across this creepy figure walking along the road. Good thing they had a dash cam installed in their car, so we got this footage. And just look at the way it's walking. It seems like an alien to me. But do let us know what you guys think. A man in Australia was out for his routine walk when he came across this strange-looking worm-like thing. It's not the fact that it looks like a worm that makes it strange, but it's the length of the thing and the way it's divided into multiple segments is what makes it strangest of all. I've never seen any worm of such length before. This man heard some strange noises from the forest and decided to venture out there late at night to see if he could find something interesting. However, he came across a bizarre creature lurking behind a tree and making creepy whistle-like noises. When he spotted it, he sprinted away as fast as he could, and fortunately, he managed to escape without harm. The person who filmed the video was extremely surprised by the massive creature that he captured. However, the shocker was that the creature was nowhere to be seen when they returned the next day to film it again. This caused a frenzy online as people tried to decipher what it could be. Some speculated it might be a Nephilim or a Yeti, while others believed it could be a top-secret military project. You must have always heard about mermaids being a mythical creature, but this video will get you doubting that. A man in India saw something unusual swimming in the water and went to inspect it, and to his surprise, it was something which looked exactly like a mermaid, just a little smaller in size than we all must have expected. Perhaps it was a baby mermaid, or maybe just a little monkey drowning. With the video ending so abruptly, there's nothing we can say for sure. Now, sighting a Bigfoot here and there and from a very far away angle is one thing, but capturing a really big creature falling and tumbling down is just on another level. And this is exactly what this man was able to capture on his camera. Two big creatures, or perhaps yetis, were seen devouring an animal, and a second passes and we see one tumbling down the icy hill. Even though it was recorded in 2016, to this day, no logical explanation has been given by anyone. A crawling creature. This video literally has everyone spooking out as they see a weird glowing creature in the middle of nowhere at night crawling on the ground. Some call it the rake, while others think it's just some unknown animal. But the ones who happened to record it said it looked similar to a human, but was not a human at all. So then what was it? I guess we'll never know. Trail cameras usually capture animals chilling, hunting, and going along their normal life. But sometimes these cameras capture things out of the ordinary. For instance, this bear was just going along his way when he suddenly saw something he'd never seen before. His own reflection. And needless to say, we do not think he liked it a lot. Camera can be handy at times, but we need to be careful because sometimes trying to record dangerous things can lead to unfortunate circumstances. For instance, take the case of this man who tried to record a Bigfoot strolling along in the woods. Guess he was lucky, or maybe hiding perfectly, that the creature didn't notice him, or we wouldn't have been able to get this footage. A couple had been noticing weird noises in their backyard, but they'd never been able to know what was causing it, so they installed a camera there. It was all peaceful and quiet at first as nothing suspicious happened, but as some time passed, we saw a creepy head popping out of the fence. We see it once, then we see it twice. Was it just a dog, or was it something which had remained hidden from us since forever? This footage might not be as disturbing or creepy as many others in today's list, but this is unusual nonetheless. As we see this Florida man dancing along with the alligator, we can't help but rub our eyes twice to make sure this is real. And trust us, this is real. Florida sure is one strange place. This dude was filming and caught a freaky creature hiding in the shadows. It only showed itself when he stopped moving, and it had these creepy glowing eyes. But when he tried to get closer, the thing bolted back into the dark. Now we're left with more questions than answers, wondering what the heck that thing even was. Now these little beings were found by a woman on her kitchen floor, and if you're thinking these are little mice, no, they are not. According to the experts, the legs of the creatures resembled moths, and there's a chance that the upper body might have been eaten by a cat, but the experts weren't so sure either, so we don't know what these tiny little beings were. Have you ever come across the buck who's the handsomest of all? The bad boy, grazing the grass and winning all the ladies with his wig on? Well, now you have. This buck was recorded in 2013 and caught the attention of everyone with his stylish wig. It was at first part of his antlers, but then slowly moved on top of his head, making him the most stunning buck ever. Did you check out that weird video of a goat standing still and staring straight ahead? It's been all over the web and everyone's losing it. Some peeps reckon it might be the mythical Skinwalker, while others are calling BS. We ain't got a clue who shot it, so it's all up to our own imaginations.
Hello. She wants to come in.
Damn, one thing's for certain. It's super creepy. Footage was uploaded by some unknown guy in 2017, and it had everyone in shock who happened to watch it. At first, we see the quiet of a cemetery, but then as the camera rolls on, we catch a glimpse of a bizarre humanoid figure half hiding behind a grave. If we zoom into it, we see a weird being with a huge head and arms. It fits so accurately to what we have in mind for an alien, don't you think? This might be too short of a clip, but a mere second is enough to feel the spookiness of the video. We see a creepy figure emerging from the dark and running straight towards the man holding the camera. And then we see the man running as fast as he can for his life. I'm not going near any tunnels from now on. A kid was out in the woods when he started hearing some weird noises, and that's when he decided to take his phone out and film it while trying to see what was causing it. And to his surprise, it wasn't just him who was looking for the creature. The creature was also looking for him, and that we get to know when he comes out of the woods and starts running towards the kid. Back in 2013, there was this video that spread like wildfire online. It showed a lone girl dressed in white walking around a cemetery while some men recorded her. The video lasted about 4 minutes, and the girl was shown wandering around the graveyard, stopping by different graves. Who was she? Did she happen to be a ghost? These and countless other questions were thrown around, but no one had any answers to offer. In this video, we see a courageous person exploring an empty house using only a flashlight. While exploring, the person begins to feel uneasy, and then a frightening creature appears from the darkness, moving towards them and making terrifying sounds. The person quickly runs away from the house, clearly scared by the unknown creature. Although we don't know what the creature was, it's obvious that the abandoned house is not a suitable place for those who are easily frightened. At first, we see a deer, all panicking, running from here to there and eventually running away from the man. And in a second emerges another deer unlike any other, with its neck all folded. And then it runs away too, as fast as it could. All this happens in a few seconds, and the man there is like, what just happened? Even though it was just two deer, that does not make the video any less creepy. In May 2019, a woman found a weird body laying in her yard in Florida. She immediately called the authorities to come and see what it was, and needless to say, they were all just as perplexed as she was. According to some, it was a big lizard. But what exactly caused the big lizard to dry up like that? Not even the bones were there. It's not just forests and jungles that hide secrets beyond our imagination. Sometimes it's the ice too. For instance, this man who ended up finding a Bigfoot all frozen up under the ice.
I can see its eyes and it's his head.
Maybe it got trapped inside by the cruel nature, or maybe it was just a hoax. Which, even if it was, I'll be scared as hell still. This footage was filmed when a team of workers were told by some locals that they think there's a snake in their ceiling. None of them knew that it wasn't just a snake on that ceiling, but two massive snakes living up there. As the ceiling dropped, the snakes almost dropped with it too, leaving everyone near them to jump back in horror. It happened in Malaysia, and since this video was uploaded, everyone there has been checking their ceilings twice every night. Now, was it just a tiny spider looking so big due to being close to the trail cam? Or was it a really massive spider lurking in the depths of the woods? It's up to you what you think, but if you ask me, I'm never going into those woods with such long-legged creatures crawling everywhere. Are dwarves real, or are they just works of fantasy? I guess you'll be shocked to know that there's a chance that these creatures might be real. I mean, look at this video and the small things in the jungle. Don't they look very similar to what a dwarf would be like? I don't know if any of you might have guessed it, but this one is also from Florida. She wanted to check the outside bathroom, which was along the pool, and it seemed all fine until she went up close to the sink and found this thing hiding inside. But the question here is, what was it? A snake? A lizard? A gecko? And because it's Florida, we can't really say anything for sure. Imagine you're out with friends on a drive late at night and you encounter this in the way. Well, this is what happened to these guys who were just having fun when not just one but two pairs of creepy glowing eyes started staring at them. Even though the creatures were far and the guys were in the car, that was not enough to make them any less scared. Once a man was in the forest gathering some logs when he stumbled upon something peculiar. We're not exactly sure what was going through his mind, but he ended up picking up this eerie doll and taking it back to his home. To make matters even more bizarre, he even decided to record the doll while it was doing who knows what. If it were me, I wouldn't even dream of doing something like that. Not even in a million years. If you think giant mutated spiders are only in the sci-fi movies, you think wrong, and this video will show you how. People in Ragasnika were shocked when one morning they saw this giant spider crawling across this hill. Luckily, it was far away from the population, so no one got harmed. But the most mysterious part is that the spider just vanished in a few minutes. Where did it go? No one knows. Okay, so what comes into your mind when you first see it? Me, being dumb, thought it was the grass walking, but it turns out to be some kind of insect, a very tiny one. Though the man who uploaded it didn't happen to have any kind of information about it, and the thing was just as unusual to him as it is to all of us. But let us know if you guys have any info on this one. This hairless creature was discovered by a group of plantation workers. It had small ears, no tail, and a bald, brownish-gray body with sharp claws. The workers were frightened by its odd appearance and believed it was a supernatural entity coming to haunt them. They attacked the creature, but afterward, specialists in nature explained that it was an uncommon Malayan sun bear. The workers were rebuked for their harsh behavior, and the bear was relocated to its natural habitat in the woods. As the videographer was recording a moose by the side of the road in Gaspésie, Quebec, Canada, they noticed an oddity in the footage. Although the moose was initially the only thing in view, the viewer became curious about a strange figure on the back left of the video. The clip gained a lot of attention online, and many people made guesses about what the enigmatic figure could be, ranging from supernatural beings to extraterrestrial life forms. The question of what could be hiding in the Quebec wilderness remains unanswered, causing people to wonder. This image is taken from two videos. One which shows a ghost attempting to hide from something, and to do that he jumps into the water. This whole thing was recorded on a trail cam set nearby to look for animals. The next clip shows an alien-like figure peeking from behind the tree. If it wasn't for the glowing eyes, the figure might have gone unnoticed and considered to be just part of the tree. In the video, a group of individuals is seen walking at night with torches and sticks while leading some goats. Everything seems ordinary until you spot a white goat with an unusual object hanging from its neck. The men appear frightened by the object, which stays attached to the goat even when they attempt to take it off. Eventually, it resembles a strange shadow on the ground, swiftly heading towards the forest and vanishing. To me, it appears quite disturbing. What are your thoughts on what it might be? This video was captured by a brave soul who thought it would be a really great idea to go out alone into the deep woods at night. He thought he'd end up meeting some unusual beings and, well, guess what? He got exactly what he was expecting. A creepy little cryptid staring right at him from behind the tree. Was it just waiting for the right moment to attack, or was it too scared to come out? The mystery has been unsolved since forever. Considering the last clip, if you think the woods are only creepy and unsafe at night, let us tell you how wrong you are, and this video will prove it to you. These trees were recorded moving. Like, literally moving from one place to another. Was it the neighborhood that annoyed them, or they felt unsafe due to humans? We could never know since trees don't talk. Now, this one might be just an image taken by a trail cam and not a whole video, but this single image is enough for us to get an idea about how eerie and unbelievable life in the woods can be. Was it an alien or just an animal from an unusual angle? We can't say for sure, but you let us know if you have any ideas. If you think it's just another usual trail cam video which shows gorillas sitting here and there and busy with their normal routine, that's not the case. These aren't just any gorillas. These are the Cross River gorillas, and sadly they're endangered with only 200 individuals left to survive. In fact, these are the rarest gorillas on the whole planet. And this trail cam happened to capture these majestic creatures living their lives in Cameroon. You must be thinking it's too dark and too blurry to actually determine that's a Bigfoot going about in the woods, but the size of the creature and what we can make out from the darkness, I don't see any chance of it being some other animal other than Bigfoot. I mean, we can see it walking on 2 feet and it being all dark and hairy, and its size as compared to the trees is pretty huge. Ask me, and I'd say it's a Bigfoot for sure. This man had heard that mysterious creatures lurk in the desert, especially at night. So he did what anyone would do, set up a camera and waited for the night to pass so he could go check if it captured anything unusual. And to his surprise, it actually did. What was it? A death worm? An alien? A monster? We'll give you a moment to take a guess. But when he inspected it all, it turned out it was just a buffalo. But scary nonetheless. Don't worry, man, we were just as confused as you were. In June 2022, a man's security camera happened to click a photo which had the whole world in shock. Even the mainstream media couldn't help but feature it. They called it the Wolfman. Nobody had any idea if that was someone playing a prank or was it really a Wolfman. At first, the residents of the area thought it was just a coyote responsible for the missing animals and spreading fear everywhere, so they set up cameras everywhere in hopes of catching the animal in the act. However, what the camera ended up recording was something that blew their minds. A huge creature was seen lurking in the woods. And what else could it be except for the famous Sasquatch, right? It was never caught, but was never seen ever again either. Maybe it's since that humans have come about it. What do we call a person gliding through the streets? Not walking like normal human beings, but moving in some otherworldly form? We call it a ghost, and a ghost is what this CCTV camera ended up recording. Now, don't ask me whose ghost it was, because I don't know about that, but it does seem like in a hurry. Maybe he was going on his daily haunting duty. What do you say? A crooked, glowing creature moving in the weirdest way possible in the street. If I ever see something like that, I'm going to leave the country for good. I don't know how these people get the courage to actually stand there and record such stuff. And, well, as soon as this video hit the internet, it had everyone in shock. Questions arising from everywhere about the authenticity of the clip and the identity of the creature, but the questions had been unanswered ever since. How fast is a mountain lion, and how sneaky is it? If you find yourself wondering such questions, then we're here to give you answers. As this mountain lion sneaked up on the deer, and the deer was all clamped in its claws in a matter of mere seconds, and good thing this was all captured on a trail cam installed somewhere in California, and if you notice, the leap is right on the neck, fast and on target. Amazing. When one cougar minded its own business, the other one was in a mood of letting the man know how dangerous he can be. So he ran as fast as he could towards the man and stopped just a few inches away. And he did it for 6 minutes straight. Might be the longest 6 minutes of that man's life. And about the man, I would say he did a great job at staying calm and not taking off running as most people would have done, and he never turned away from the cougar. And that's what saved his life. Recently, a trail camera recorded an intense brawl between two male bears. It all started when one of the bears let out a bone-chilling snarl, warning the other bear to back off. Things quickly escalated from there, with the bears wrestling and biting each other in a wild frenzy. The fight lasted for a few minutes before they eventually went their separate ways. It was a crazy scene that happened deep in the heart of the woods. A creepy trail cam pic caused a stir online because a little girl was seen in the middle of nowhere with no humans around. People wondered how she got there or if she was a ghost, but it turns out she was just with her grandpa and the pic was taken in the woods. No need to be scared, she's a real human. This picture was captured by a trail camera in the dead of night. We haven't been able to investigate it further, but it appears to be a rake lurking in the darkness of the woods. We're keeping our eyes peeled for any updates, but for now, all we have is this eerie image, and people are saying it's real. It isn't always the animals or the mysterious beings that lurk in the woods. Sometimes it's humpback whales also, found laying all deep in the woods. And how exactly the whale ended up there, so far away from the ocean? Well, that's been a mystery ever since. When a man went out to check his trail cam and what it captured this time, he was stunned to see the picture the camera had taken. To some, it appeared like two glowing eyes, and to others, it was a UFO. Since it was just a picture, we can't say if it was fake or just something which looks eerie. Crocodiles are super deadly creatures. They don't care about anyone or anything, not even if you're just trying to record them with a camera. They can sneak up on you real slow, and before you know it, you're stuck in their powerful jaws with no escape. These fierce felines hunt and chow down on all sorts of critters, but one time one of them got snapped by a camera while running into a rattlesnake on its way somewhere. It made sure to take out the snake before resuming its original plans, but man, it really had to work hard to take down that snake. It used its sharp claws and teeth to crush and bite the snake's head in an epic battle. At first, the coyote could be seen running away from the camera's range of vision, and shortly after, the mountain lion appeared and chased after the coyote. And after a few seconds, we could hear the coyote screaming for help, indicating that the mountain lion had caught it. That's how fast these deadly lions are. Have you ever seen videos of people fighting that go viral online? It happens quite a bit, right? But it's actually pretty rare to come across videos of kangaroos fighting. Well, I recently saw one on trail camera footage. These two kangaroos were squabbling and it was pretty interesting to watch. The fight started when they grabbed each other by the neck and tried to knock each other over. But in the end, they both walked away peacefully. Pretty cool, huh? A home security camera in Texas ended up recording a girl dressed in all white walking through the backyard. When the family saw it, they were all perplexed as the girl was not someone they knew or had ever seen. But then, who was it? A ghost? Or just someone pulling a prank? Humans have a natural curiosity that drives them to investigate anything unusual. But in this particular case, a man took his curiosity to the extreme. He heard strange sounds coming from the woods and decided to explore it late at night to see if he could find anything interesting. To his surprise, he stumbled upon a strange creature behind a tree, making weird whistle-like sounds.
What the hell is that? What the hell?
Realizing the danger, he quickly ran away as fast as he could without looking to see if the creature was following him. It seems his curiosity got the best of him in this scary encounter. The Amazon rainforest is a place where you can find unique and unusual creatures. People often put trail cameras there to capture these animals. Recently, a rare Amazonian short-eared dog was spotted on one of these cameras. The species was thought to be almost extinct for a while, and researchers were losing hope of finding any. However, this video gave them new hope. The dog was just sniffing around in the forest like any other day. Teams have been sent to locate the dog so that it can be kept safe in a preserve and live longer. When these pictures went viral online, they really got people talking. They show a little cat sitting on top of some big animals, which surprised a lot of folks. Nobody could believe how chill the cat was about it. Some people even made jokes about the cat being the boss of all the other animals. But then some experts gave their 2 cents and said that the cat, which is called a genet, was likely using the other animals as a lookout point to find prey. That's pretty clever if you ask me. There was a guy in Brazil who saw something strange on a rooftop while he was doing his own thing and decided to record it. What he captured was a weird creature that looked like a huge ant hanging out on the roof. Some people thought it was extraterrestrial, but to me it looks like a really big ant. Brazil has all sorts of creepy crawlies, so who knows what else is out there, right? The freakiest part is that the creature vanishes right after the guy spots it. What was it doing up there? We may never find out. Have you ever seen those spooky creatures people call night crawlers or soul walkers? They can give you the creeps, but they're also strangely calming. There's this video from California back in 2011 that shows 2 stick-like figures walking through the woods. They almost look like a family of ghosts, with one resembling a little baby ghost and the other maybe a ghost mom or dad. It's a peaceful and serene scene, and I hope they were able to keep wandering about undisturbed. Trail cameras are used to take pictures of animals in the wild, but sometimes they capture something really creepy. Like this one time, a man in a clown mask was caught on camera in the forest at night. We don't know what he was doing there, or if he was even a real person. The spooky clown stared right at the camera before vanishing into the woods, giving everyone the creeps. Who knows what other scary stuff is out there lurking in the shadows? The deep, dark woods conceal secrets and elusive creatures that have managed to evade human detection. Despite our assumptions that certain species have gone extinct, they persist in their natural habitats, hidden from our eyes. However, a trail camera recently captured a remarkable sighting in Vietnam, a two-tone mouse deer that scientists believed had been extinct for 30 years. The footage astonished the world as it revealed a healthy and lively creature meandering through the woods. So there was a video that captured an elk on a trail cam wearing a tire like a necklace. Crazy, right? This poor elk had the tire around his neck for 2 years while going about his daily life. As time passed, his neck and antlers grew bigger, which made it impossible for him to remove the tire by himself. Luckily, wildlife officials came to the rescue. They gave the elk some medicine to make him sleep and attempted to remove the tire. Sadly, they had to remove his antlers too. But don't worry, the elk will grow a new pair of antlers in due time. The Wildlife Channel put cameras in the jungle to see the animals there. They were hoping to film them doing normal things, but what the cameras showed was surprising. The bears they caught on camera were dancing and moving their bodies like Shakira. It's pretty amazing that bears can dance like that, but did you know that bears also get itchy? And instead of scratching themselves with their paws like we do, they use trees. And look at them go. They're really enjoying themselves, aren't they? When you go camping, unexpected guests might drop by, like mosquitoes and other bugs if you're lucky. But if you're not, like the guy in this video, a big male lion and 2 lionesses might pay you a visit. The man was sleeping soundly in his tent when all of a sudden this happened. Luckily, he stayed put and didn't try to run away. The lion seemed more curious than anything and didn't harm him. Despite the scare, the camper had an unforgettable night. So there's this really weird thing that a camera caught in the forest. It looked like the earth was moving up and down, almost like it was taking a break from spinning and going around the sun. People call it the breathing earth because it's like the ground is breathing. This happens when the wind is strong and the ground is loose. It can be pretty scary if you don't know what's going on. You might think the earth is going to swallow you up. It's definitely one of the craziest things ever caught on trail camera. Someone caught a really creepy video and posted it online. It shows a creature that looks like a spider or maybe a crab, and it scared a lot of people. At first, I thought it was just a dog dressed up in a spider suit. But when I took a closer look, I realized it definitely wasn't a dog. The only dog in the video looked totally freaked out by the weird bent-legged things too. So we're all pretty confused about what it could be. So there was this male deer in Ottawa, Canada that got caught on camera losing its antlers. It might seem strange to us, but it's actually a regular thing for male deer to lose their antlers in winter to make way for new ones. The shedding process usually happens from late winter to early spring. It was funny to see that the deer in the video seemed surprised by what was happening and ran away looking confused. It's really hard to figure out what those lights in the sky are. Some people think they might be aliens, but others think it's just a bug in front of the camera. Do you think this means aliens are visiting us, or maybe they're here but we don't even know it? Also, what about those strange flying objects we sometimes see? The government just released a report on them, but there's still not enough evidence to know for sure what they are. We know how birds travel from one place to another in flocks, all flying together to search for new places to live and feed, right? But this murmuration of a massive flock of birds was just something else. Even the researchers said they'd never seen such a kind of behavior in birds before, and that it might be alarming as well. Do you doubt the existence of Bigfoot and other creatures like that? Well, check this out. There's some drone footage that might make you think twice. In the video, you can see some enormous trees shaking like crazy as if a giant monster is trying to pull them out of the ground. And we're not talking about puny trees. These ones are huge and super tall. No way could a person or machine do something like that. So do you still believe that Bigfoots are just made-up stories? And this video was captured on a trail cam, and it's just too cute to miss. You can see a mother fox and her 4 cubs all playing around and annoying their mom a bit, but she doesn't seem to mind at all. What's even more amazing is that the family seems completely oblivious to the fact that they're being recorded. This picture shows a Bigfoot walking through the woods. It was taken by a trail cam installed in the Charleston area, but when they went to investigate it, it turned out to just be a cutout of a cardboard, which was all part of a prank pulled by someone. Believe it or not, this bear from Boulder, Colorado has become the new selfie champ. The story goes that this curious creature found a camera with a motion sensor and decided to go wild with it. The outcome? More than 400 snapshots of the bear posing in all kinds of ways, giving his best sultry gaze and even making some goofy faces. This bear wasn't going to quit until it got every picture just right for social media. A man happened to capture this slimy thing when it was on his way somewhere, and since it wasn't like anything he'd seen before, he decided to capture it on camera. It doesn't appear to have any eyes, but a head-like thing which moves a little bit. It looks something like what a blob would look like. So is it some new species? And if it is, then I'd rather stay away from this slimy thing. Ever wondered how large anacondas are? What's the maximum limit they can go to? Well, they can easily go to 30 feet, and this anaconda right here can give you an idea of how dangerous these beings can be. The tree can't even hold its weight, and it comes down as this snake tries slithering its way up on it. Watching this, I'm really glad Titanoboas are long gone, or God knows what might have happened. Maybe it really was a rake, or maybe just a gorilla with glowing eyes. Though the chances of it being the latter are pretty low because there aren't many gorillas whose eyes glow like that in pitch dark. So what does that mean? Was it really a rake? And if so, then where did it go after staring at the camera? Are they hiding it in the deep dark regions? Or do you think it's all fake? When 2 guys were out in the woods filming and doing their thing, they heard weird noises coming from somewhere nearby, and they thought it'd be better to go and check the area out. Not knowing what was coming, they went there, and then this happened. A weird whitish creature came running towards them, freaking them out. The video ends abruptly, so we're not sure what happened to them. If you think you're safe from the weird beings if you're at your home, then you're wrong. They follow you everywhere you go. For instance, take a look at this clip. This man thought he lived alone until a kid appeared from behind the TV, peeking from behind. The man had to go check, and that's when things got weird, because the kid completely vanishes when the man reaches there. And this bended like a dog creature was caught on camera running away from something, and this is the point where I wonder, was it scared of something? Or did it do something and was trying to run and not get caught? Even after millions of views on the internet, no one was able to tell exactly what that was. Let's say the day's pretty stormy outside and you still think that you need to go outside to see how bad the weather is. And when you do, this is what you see? What will you do? Obviously go back into the house as soon as possible, right? Unlike this man who thought he should take his camera out and record it all. A brave soul, I must say, or maybe it's fake. What do you think? Just the head out of the water, standing straight, not even moving an inch, and water dripping from its mouth. This is a creature which was caught on camera somewhere in China. As soon as the video hit the internet, people started claiming it was a sea dragon. But the question is it really? Or is it just a fountain more than half inside the water? Let us know if you know anything about it. Long gone are the days when black cats were considered signs of bad luck or other things, but there are times when I find myself wondering, what if those people were right? And you'll agree with me when you see this black cat with glowing eyes staring straight towards the man. She refuses to clear the path for the man, which of course scares the hell out of him, and not only that, she also attacks and hisses at the man. What remains unexplained is what caused this cat to show such weird behavior. Insects are creepy, and there's no denying that, but what if I tell you that these creatures are starting to get even creepier? Look at this one, for instance. When people saw it for the first time, they weren't just weirded out, but also confused, not knowing what kind of insect it was. But let me tell you, It's called Creatonatos gangus, and it's a kind of moth, usually called the monster moth, created by Satan himself. While exploring the park, a man stumbled upon a squishy mass in the pond that bore a striking resemblance to a brain wiggling around in the water. Fortunately, it wasn't a human brain as he initially feared. Nevertheless, its peculiar nature was just as bewildering as a real brain would have been. It turned out to be a collection of minuscule creatures rarely seen before. People who've encountered this unusual formation have given it interesting monikers such as Blob Monster and Dragon Booger. A security guard whose duty, unfortunately, was of night, and he had to guard the building all night long. For some days, he was hearing weird noises like someone slamming the door, but he didn't pay much attention to it. But one day, it was getting a little too much, so gathered all the courage and went to check who exactly is there. While he couldn't see anyone, his camera captured a ghostly shadow on it. But was the ghost behind all those noises, or was there something more scary hidden? No one could even answer that. A Facebook picture circulated in 2014 had a lot of people up there worried. The post was shared thousands of times within a few hours and had a lot of people uttering the word skinwalker, a well-known legend in Indian country. The picture shows an unexplained being lurking on the side of a road. In April 2023, people saw a mysterious creature swimming in the water. It was in a park where most of them went jogging in the morning, so a lot of witnesses were there. The creature looked like it was stuck in the water but refused to come out, so no one could really tell what it was except that it was unusual and nothing like they'd ever seen before. To some, it looked like a serpent, but nothing was ever confirmed. When the video was uploaded, no one could tell what it was. A caterpillar? Or maybe some other insect? But it didn't look like anyone had seen before. Well, I did my research, and it came out to be a thing called a case-bearing clothes moth. And this thing is just as weird as its name. They're named due to the silken case the larva weaves to protect itself while it's eating your carpet, and, well, I too would be weirded out if I ever saw one. I don't know what the man was doing on that raft and going exactly where, but when he turned the camera towards the thing he thought was following him, it definitely gave me creeps. If something like that was following me, I don't know how I'd remain so calm and record it all. But, well, he did, and after watching the clip, many suspected it to be a mermaid or something similar. Even though nothing was confirmed, there's still a slight chance that it might be. You must have watched Courage the Cowardly Dog. Well, let's just say life might just be the same for some people. For instance, this young man who recorded the clip of this weird creature lurking somewhere on Earth. Now, I don't know what place that is, and I don't want to know either. Just look at the size. Who would be so calm recording it and not running for their life? Unless it's fake. When a man was looking outside his window, he saw something very weird. There was a man sitting in front if he looked through the glass. But when he saw not from the window glass, there was nobody. How exactly is that possible? Unless it's a vampire or something. But was it? What do you guys think? A few years back, some workers were assigned the work to go to the back side of the factory and check why one of the drainage pipes was blocked, since it was causing a lot of problems. So they went with their phone cameras rolling to get video evidence of whatever problem they faced. But they ended up capturing something they weren't expecting at all. A white figure peeked from inside the pipe, leaving them shocked. This pig comes from China, and it looks very different from other pigs. Its face is shaped in a way that some people find scary, and it has a nose that looks strange, like a person's nose or something that boys have. Because of its unusual face shape, it has trouble breathing, and its tongue sticks out of its mouth in a funny way. When it opens its mouth wide, it looks like it's screaming, but no sound comes out. It seems like nature didn't protect this little piglet enough. Encountering a Bigfoot from a distance is one thing, but witnessing the spectacle of a colossal creature stumbling and tumbling takes it to a whole new level, and that's precisely what this individual managed to capture on camera. Two immense beings, possibly Yetis, were observed devouring an animal, and within seconds, one of them lost balance and rolled down the icy slope. Despite being recorded in 2016, no one has been able to provide a reasonable explanation to this day. While most individuals tend to avoid perilous situations, there are those inquisitive souls who relish delving deep into the enigmatic realms. Take, for instance, this duo who, during their forest expedition, stumbled upon an abandoned mine shaft. Judging by its appearance, it seemed as though centuries had passed since anyone had set foot inside. Contrary to the instincts of regular folks, these two individuals decided to approach the mine shaft and investigate its contents. However, within seconds, they discovered why the mine shaft had been forsaken. An unusual creature with luminous eyes suddenly materialized out of thin air. Some men were driving their way home late at night when they saw something weird nearby, so they stopped their car and decided to film it on their camera. And when you see this, you'll be just freaked out as it shows a creepy creature looking towards the men from behind something. Some claimed it was the rake, while others said it was just someone in a costume, but nothing was for sure. This cat was doing the usual cat stuff, and the owner of the cat was recording herself being herself, just like most cat people out there do. But then something weird happened. A creepy hand came from under the drawer and tried grabbing the cat. People were quick to suspect it was a demon living under there. What do you think about it? When people started hearing weird noises coming from the sewers, they informed the authorities. However, even after investigating, there was nothing to be found, so they set a camera under there. And this is what the camera recorded: a pair of glowing eyes. Like the creatures came to inspect and quickly ran away after seeing the camera. Pretty scary, don't you think? Where trail cameras usually take pictures of animals when they're doing their normal things like resting, looking for food, and doing their daily tasks, sometimes these cameras capture really strange and funny moments too. Like this bear who was just doing its bear things when suddenly it saw something really strange in front of it. It was its own reflection. Can you imagine? The bear was really surprised and didn't like it at all. It didn't expect to see itself like that, and it got upset, or at least it seemed like it did. This CCTV camera was only mounted to ensure the safety of the vehicles and all, but it ended up recording a weird creature who crawled up to a poster on the wall and then continued to scratch it to pieces before moving away and out of the camera's reach. And even if we look at it closely, it looks nothing like a human wearing any costume. This Eagle Cam captures amazing footage off the coast of Southern California, specifically the west end of Catalina Island. We see a bald eagle in its cliffside nest about to settle for the night. A sly fox approaches hoping for free eggs, but Mama Eagle intimidates it. She calls for her mate who quickly responds. The fox posed no threat to the eagle, but was after the eggs. This video reveals the dangers of lurking in the wild and for the animals at night, as some predators prefer coming out when others are asleep. In January 2021, a clip went viral which showed a weird hairless creature crawling up to things in the jungle. As much as it creeped people out, it also alerted the authorities who began the search for it. And after months and months of search, they actually did find it. Though the bear was in pretty rough condition, he was scared and weak and had to be kept in a cage before he was transferred to somewhere safe and where he can be taken care of. People have been claiming the man here might be Jesus, but is it really? Or was it just some fake edited video? But just for a minute, if we consider it to be real, then wouldn't it be the weirdest clip out there? How did the man vanish into this strong flow of water? Did he survive? And if so, how? So many questions, and just one short clip as an answer is what we have. Now, as compared to all other videos in this list, this one might be the scariest of all. It was uploaded on YouTube in 2020 and freaked everyone out. Some said it was a weird being who lives in the sewers near their home, and others said it was a blob like a human mutant, but it later turned out that it was a man pranking his own friend. Look at the couple all happy, in love with each other. The clip seems so lovey-dovey. If you don't pay attention to what's happening in the background, let us slow it down a bit so you can have a closer look at the demon standing right behind them and then disappearing just a second after. The demons and the ghosts might only come out at night, but the witches can do it anytime they want. For instance, this one time when a man caught a woman dressed in white on his camera. She was standing behind the dumpsters, her hair all messy and on her face. Ask me, and she looked like she just came from a horror movie set. Or maybe she actually did. When this clip went viral, it scared the hell out of everyone who watched it. The massive gorilla-like figure was seen in it, but it was no gorilla, and that everyone could tell for sure. But then, what was it? That's the question no one has been able to answer. Bear catches trail cam. Trail cam catching animals doing their usual stuff is old. Animals catching trail cam recording them is new these days. Take this bear for instance. He was going on his way when suddenly he turned towards the camera, giving it a look like acknowledging the fact that the camera is there. It was a stormy day when this guy decided to go on a drive, and he never expected what he was going to see on his way. It was a massive bat, the largest anyone has ever seen. Or was it even a bat? It could be an alien too. You let us know what you guys think. In this intriguing video, we see a cat relaxing under a deck while a bald eagle unexpectedly enters the yard. The cat curiously observes the eagle as it approaches. They have a respectful standoff for over 15 minutes, and the cat cautiously approaches the eagle, causing its back to arch, and the eagle spreads its wings. It's unclear what the eagle's intentions were, whether it was after the cat or something else, but it was an intriguing clip nonetheless. This video has sent shivers down the spines of everyone who's watched it. In the dead of night, a strange, luminous creature is seen crawling on the ground in an isolated location. Some refer to it as the rake, while others speculate that it might be an unidentified animal. However, the individuals who captured the footage claim that although it resembled a human, it was undoubtedly not human. So what exactly was it? Perhaps we'll never truly know. While taking his usual stroll, an Australian man stumbled upon an intriguing creature that resembled a worm but possessed some peculiar characteristics. What truly sets it apart is not its worm-like appearance, but rather its remarkable length and segmented structure. I've never witnessed a worm of such considerable size before. A deceased werewolf was discovered by a farmer who subsequently handed it over to researchers for examination and analysis. Later on, unidentified individuals shared photos and videos of the werewolf, instilling great terror in those who came across them. Despite the researchers' diligent efforts to investigate, they were unable to provide any explanation, further deepening the enigma surrounding the incident. The dark web is a realm familiar to many, yet accessible to only a few. Trust me when I say that those who have ventured into it have often come to rue their decision. Allow me to present this video as evidence. An eerie creature silently traverses, moving from the hallway into a room and eventually disappearing into unknown territories. And if you suspect it to be a human, take a closer look at its peculiar gait. Does that resemble the movement of a human being to you? The notion of mermaids being mythical creatures may be called into question after watching this video. In India, a man spotted something extraordinary swimming in the water and approached it for closer examination. To his astonishment, he discovered a creature that bore an uncanny resemblance to a mermaid, albeit smaller in size than anticipated. Could it be a baby mermaid? Or perhaps a tiny drowning monkey? Given the abrupt conclusion of the video, we cannot definitively determine the truth.
This mind-blowing trail footage unravels an unexplained creature. It is a black creature with 4 legs and white, shining eyes, which makes it hard to identify it. Just look at the scary eyes of this animal. On top of that, this video was captured in the dark night, with some horror sounds of these wild creatures in the back. With every inch closer to this animal, it gets more horrifying to see. It is very brave of you all for sticking with this. Believe me, some more disturbing shots are yet to come. Have you ever seen a headless chicken? Yes, this is Mike, a headless chicken. It has not only survived a month or two, but has successfully lived up to 18 months. Isn't this spine-chilling? A chicken with no head has lived up to the age of a normal chicken. Told you this is gonna be crazy. Trust me, you'll be thrilled to see 2 bobcats negotiating a date. They see each other from a distance and start yowling. As they approach each other, they look into the eyes with constant growling. Both give awkward poses with rapid tail twitching. The gray cat is the female, and the red one is the male. It seems that the whole scene is directed by a renowned director. Can you believe that this loving video was captured on Valentine's Day? Deer are known for their naughty behavior. We have mischievous footage for you this time. This is a whitetail from early June in full velvet antlers in the Kamloops, British Columbia area. Deer are fast with their tongues, so we had to freeze the frame at the right moment. This deer was using his nose and tongue to pick up a scent on the trail. Amidst a deep, dark night in the forest, our camera caught an unnerving sight. Just look at this photo of greater kudu posing for the camera. Look at the beauty of these graceful animals. Who would not think this scene to be painted? This has been captured by a trail camera. There's a message in the eyes of these wild yet elegant animals, and it seems like they want to convey something. Another delicate balance between peace and horror is this encounter. People set out their tents on the trail side when a bear arrives at the campsite and steals their food. It opens the cooler to find hot dogs. Seeing a bear eating the goods carelessly is a captivating shot, perhaps. However, people fear bears. The campers are fortunate that the bear is busy with food and has not sniffed the humans. We've learned a lesson from this video, that you should never, ever leave your food by your tent. A video of a deer eating a bird in the sunlight has been seen through our trail camera. Now this is something to see, because a deer is mostly associated with grass. But this deer ate the whole bird, even the skeleton too. You'll be mesmerized yet disturbed to experience such a sight. Look at the poised eyes of this deer. Now, just think about the innocent birds. That bird would have never thought that a deer would be his predator. But welcome to wildlife. Enough scary sights for now. Let's see some heartwarming scenes. Watch this amazing crow removing harmful ticks and parasites from a deer's skin in just a few seconds. This is an amazing wildlife video you don't want to miss. The crow is removing the pesticides with astonishing precision and accuracy. This amazing video shows how cool crows are and how they can help us protect our environment. Our camera has captured an intense moment between a bear and a reindeer. Both stand face to face, entangled in confrontation. Just look at these shining eyes of deer. He refuses to be afraid of a predator. While the confidence of deer triggers the predatory instincts of the bear, it's a struggle for survival. You're lucky to witness the beauty and escalation. It is a twist in our journey of disturbing trail footage. This camera has recorded a unique video. Meet our basketball lover, Buck. Isn't this basketball giving a human touch to this animal? Indeed it is. The deer struggles to get rid of the ball, but it seems like the ball has found a home in his antlers. On our way forward to disturbing trail footage, we found a mysterious creature. It is very strange and unique. Some have speculated it to be a man in a suit, while others think it is a Tasmanian devil. Whatever this creature is, it's got everyone scared. It is black in color and tries to hide itself from the camera. Many believe it to be a dog man. This footage has raised a lot of questions, and everyone out there is speculating about it. We have explored some very creepy and strange captures on trail cams. The weird creature resembles a dog, so many have speculated it to be a chupacabra. It is basically a goat sucker because it feeds on livestock. Look at the long, slender body with an extra long tail. Isn't this giving chills down your spine? It has now turned out to be a realm of mysterious and unknown creatures. A bird with a weird voice and shape is seen on a fence on a farm. People on the farm say that they've never seen such a creature. In the first glimpse, it looks like a monument or an idol on the fence. But as soon as you get closer, you will see it is moving and has a shrill sound. This bird feeds on insects. Aren't these trail footage helping us in seeing strange and unexplored creatures? With every step deeper into the wilderness, we come across a strange animal. This time, it's a perplexing sight again. A brown, hairy figure emerges from the river. It is carrying a small animal in its arms. Some people think it is a heavy-set man with a lot of fishing gear and waders on. Others speculate it is a mysterious creature, aka Bigfoot, with a fish in hand. And the appearance is not like a human, so there's a possibility that anything can be true. Let us know what you think. What do you think? Is this a man or a bear? By its stature, it looks like a bear. It is a strange creature with a black color. But as you investigate the details, you'll notice that it's holding a stick and wearing a cap. These signs make us believe that it is a human. The image sparks curiosity and speculation. Deep in the jungle unfolds a heart-wrenching scene. Just look at the scared girl standing close to two deer. One deer looks straight into the eyes of the girl with curiosity. It raises the question of what possible secret can these two share? Or maybe the deer are considering the girl to be prey. Meanwhile, the other deer locks eyes with the camera, as if acknowledging its presence, drawing us into the world. Gardner, Kansas is known to have a mountain lion, so some people decided to install 2 trail cameras, and they saw some unexpected weird images. A gorilla engaged in a bloody struggle with a terrifying being. To our surprise, a mysterious entity that appeared to be a human and wolf moved through the area using a walker. The search for the mountain lion took an unexpected turn, entangling it in a strange, wild encounter. This photo can scare you all. We believe it to be a photo of a monster trying to hide its face with a veil. The dark night intensifies the details of the monster. What lies beneath that concealed face? Come along with us as we set out on a quest to discover the mystery surrounding this frightening creature. But be careful. Once revealed, the monster's face can frighten you in your sleep for the rest of time. Be prepared for a strange encounter. In this image, a being with a human-like body stands tall, but its head distinguishes it from the rest. It is perfectly still, a mesmerizing sight. What lies behind its unusual appearance? Is it a being from another world? Or maybe a creation of nature's enigmatic design? As we gaze upon this mysterious figure, we are reminded of the vastness of the unknown. In our journey of struggle, we found a bird stuck in the water. A bird becomes entangled in a watery fight. It struggles to escape its underwater cage and resembles an eagle. It makes every effort to liberate itself, but it never succeeds. But the question is, was it just stuck there? Or was it something else? And the mystery unfolds as we see an alligator approaching. But unfortunately, the video did not end as we were all thinking. The gator got hold of the eagle at last. We've brought another amazing adventure of wildlife for you. Just see this black horse grazing peacefully. But this peace is short-lived. Can you see the alligator behind him? The horse attacks the alligator after eye contact for a few seconds. We can hear the sound with horseshoes clash with scaly skin. It is another battle of survival and strength. You can definitely not miss this one. Have you seen an animal like a bear from the back and goat from the front? Well, if not, then take a look at this muscular mountain ghost. It's like a polar bear because of its bear-like shape and white color, but it has a face of a goat grazing in the wildlife. This contrast between a bear and a goat shows the wonders of nature. We've seen animals fighting with other animals, but let's see a battle of a deer with a plant. This video draws our attention to the deer with a plant stuck in its antlers. The deer tries its best to get rid of this problem, but it seems no success. Isn't it a beautiful scene to see? Look at this remarkable picture. Doesn't it spark curiosity? A bear-like creature stands on a single leg. Its face is indistinct. It remains a mystery with no distinct features. What secrets lie behind its hidden face? we're drawn into the mystery of this enigmatic creature. Buckle up as an unknown shadow that is intriguing and enigmatic appears. We are perplexed by it because of its short tail, large legs, and fuzzy body. It might be a badger. The disparity in color only heightens the intrigue. Let us know what you guys think about this one in the comments below. Is it really just a badger or some other undiscovered creature? It was a stormy night and the trail camera received a lot of rain. The camera's ability to be submerged in water was tested. The apparatus was almost drowned as water dripped down it. Even though this one clip isn't like the other ones in today's list, still, it's no less disturbing or weird. I mean, what's weirder than a trail cam literally drowning? Thank you for watching the video till the end. Do like and share it with your friends.
Let's check out this clip caught on a home security camera outside a house. You can hear faint footsteps before a blurry figure appears and moves across the screen. Since the video quality is poor, it's hard to make out any details. Is it a prowler or could it be something paranormal? Upon closer inspection, the figure seems to briefly disappear when it reaches the center of the screen. This leaves us wondering if it's just a camera glitch or if there's something more sinister going on. These two men kept hearing strange voices from their backyard and eventually decided to go check. But what they did not know was that they were in for a surprise. A huge monster was seen running to hide from them, but that did not stop the friends there. They had to go check, and that is when we see the terrifying face. The video ends right there, so let's just hope both of them are okay. While a farmer was out with his goats and cows, he sensed that something was not okay. So he took his camera out and started checking the area. And what he found was this creepy black creature with big horns at the very edge of his property. Even though the creature did not look interested in coming near or harming the man, it was still good that he only recorded the thing and did not try to go near. In 2016, a strange video surfaced online showing a woman shopping at a mall. Suddenly, an item falls behind her, and she puts it back on the shelf. Then she starts acting weirdly, as if something is controlling her. She drops her shopping and writhes on the floor, screaming loudly. Her screams even push the onlookers away. As the man in black tries to hold her down, the woman calms down, but then lets out a final scream, which makes objects in the store move and the security camera flicker. This video was filmed by a guy from Mexico. Some people who have watched it are saying it's one of the most clear sightings of a UFO ever caught on camera. Against a totally dark sky, you can see a weird blue circle that looks like it's morphing into different shapes. Apparently, this man had this strange thing hovering over his house for about a half an hour before it vanished. What do you think it might be? In this video, Rick Dyer, a self-proclaimed Bigfoot tracker, claimed to have killed the elusive creature. The video shows a tense moment where the massive beast attacks the man holding the camera. Afterwards, Dyer provides a few pictures, claiming they're of the Bigfoot he killed. So do you think it was really a Bigfoot that he killed, or was he just lying straight away? This clip features an American tourist who got an unexpected guest on a safari in Tanzania. Well, Britton Hayes from Seattle got a special visitor in the form of a cheetah who jumped right into the back seat of his vehicle. And if that wasn't wild enough, another cheetah decided to join in on the fun. Poor Hayes was frozen with fear, praying he wouldn't become dinner for the big cats. A bizarre figure dressed in white was spotted standing directly under the window of a house where the mother and her baby had been only moments before. It appeared as though the figure knew where the family was located. The incident left the woman feeling shaken and terrified, with no logical explanation for what had just happened. Some say it was a witch, while others think it was something else. Still, it remains a mystery. Whether it was an extraterrestrial being or simply an optical illusion, this video is fascinating to watch. A large group of individuals gathered to witness this bizarre creature, which appeared to be levitating in midair while wearing wings on its arms and feet. Although it resembled a mermaid or an alien, it actually looked more like a boy. However, the reality behind the levitation was not as mysterious as it seemed. In fact, it was just a simple trick involving thin strings that helped the individual hover in the air. A pilot was on his usual routine, flying a plane from one city to another. But what he did not know was that he was about to come across a sight he had ever imagined, a UFO. Now, for those of you thinking it was just a balloon, those don't fly forwards, they go upwards. And also, balloons do not have this kind of speed. So nope, that wasn't a balloon. To me, it totally looks like a UFO. While paying a visit to his loved ones in the cemetery, a guy stumbled upon something peculiar. He noticed a grave that was partially open and seemed like it was being destroyed. As he went closer, he was taken aback to see the remains of a body buried there, including a tall skeleton that was around 1.8 meters tall. But that wasn't all. There were other skulls and bones inside the grave, which hinted at some sort of witchcraft. However, nothing was ever really explained or cleared up. This video features a man named Hassan, who is an explorer of witches. He voluntarily searches for witches, and in this particular video, he visits a witch mountain to find one. To his surprise, he actually spots a witch dressed in black clothes and holding a stick, which seems to be made from an animal skull. Initially, she was sitting at the cave entrance, but when she saw the YouTuber, she went inside and started mumbling some spells. Suddenly, a stone hit Hassan's face, which was a signal for him to back off as the witch didn't want to be disturbed. As the driver was cruising down the Queensland Highway, little did he know that he was in for a surprise. As he continued driving, he spotted something unusual on the side of the road. To his shock, he and other onlookers saw a ghostly figure standing in the middle of the road. The ghost, which appeared to be a pure white child, was just a few inches above the ground. The eerie sighting quickly gained fame and was dubbed the Ghost Child by many. However, some skeptics argued that it might have been just a human baby who happened to wander in the middle of the road. Even though the video is made by an amateur and we don't know who made it, it's perfect for our list. Can you imagine that there's a pterosaur flying in the sky? We know about pterosaurs because of fossils in movies, but we can't see them anymore. But some lucky people saw one and filmed it. I'm happy we have the video. Do you think it's real or just for attention? Most folks would bolt to the side of an alligator, but not these guys. This couple not only keeps one as a pet, but also knows how to make it blush. When the gator struggled to chomp down some grub, it got bashful and decided to give up and take a dip in the water instead. Aw, poor fella. A group of folks caught some ducks being super chill. Even when the water dragged them toward the brink, they were like, nah, whatever. Everyone was freaked out, but little did they know that these feathered friends were just messing around. As soon as they got close to the edge, they flapped their wings and flew to safety. Sneaky ducks. A few years ago, there was a video that became really popular online. It showed a strange sea creature that some people had caught and filmed. A lot of folks believe it's the real deal and pretty creepy too. The creature looks a bit like a sea hare, but with some serious sharp teeth inside its mouth. Honestly, I don't know what it was up to, but it definitely gave me the heebie-jeebies. The folks who were used to discovering fishes on the shore were taken aback when they stumbled upon a strange human-like creature that had washed upon the beach. It appeared to be a miniature version of a human, with a slimy coating all over its body and small limbs. The more they examined it, the more it mystified them, especially when they observed it breathing and slightly shifting its eerie body. What do you think it was? This incredible video was taken in Jakarta, Indonesia on September 11, 2011. You can see a radiant winged being that looks like an angel descending from the sky and touching down on the ground before taking off again. When people saw this video, they started calling the figure the Angel of Jakarta. Some people even thought it might be a guardian angel sent down. However, there's always a chance that this might be fake. Have you seen this video that's been going viral lately? It's really interesting. Nobody knows where it's from, but it seems to have been filmed in Africa. In the video, a group of people are gathered around a woman standing in the water, and it looks like some sort of ritual is taking place. But then something crazy happens. All of a sudden, the water recedes super fast, and the bay is completely dry where others are standing. People freaked out and said that the shaman caused the water to shift using some kind of divine power. But nothing was ever explained by anyone. Have you ever seen a super buff goat? If you haven't, we're about to show you something awesome. So this guy was out hiking in the mountains, just enjoying nature and all that. And guess what he stumbled upon? This seriously ripped goat. He knew he had to capture it on his phone and share it with everyone. And guess what? The video went crazy viral on Twitter, racking up a whopping 4 million views. People couldn't help but be amazed by the goat's incredible physique. This guy was out in the wilderness filming a video, just minding his own business, when all of a sudden, he sees something bolting towards him like a bat out of hell. And guess what? It's a freaking mountain lion! Yeah, you heard me right. This guy is staring down a big, wild apex predator. But you know what's even crazier? He manages to narrowly escape like a boss. This dude had a seriously close call.
No, you taste, dude.
But he lives to tell the tale, and we're all glad he made it out in one piece. Well, on their routine bike ride along steep tracks, a group of bikers encountered a terrifying experience that would haunt them forever. As they ventured deeper into the forest, a strange humanoid creature suddenly emerged from the side of the track and quickly started running away. The sight of the creature caused one of the bikers to lose control and fall off his bike. Shocked, the biker with the camera attempted to chase after the creature, but to his surprise, it vanished into thin air, leaving him bewildered. An incredible video aired on an Indian news channel featuring the most mind-blowing thing ever. A leopard visited a cow every night, and they had their own secret friendship going on while the humans snoozed. Upon investigation, it was discovered that the cow had taken care of the leopard when it was a baby, and now the leopard was not ready to let go of its caregiver. How sweet is that? Even though the video is made by an amateur and we don't know who made it, it's perfect for our list. Can you imagine that there's a pterosaur flying in the sky? We know about pterosaurs because of fossils in movies, but we can't see them anymore. But some lucky people saw one and filmed it. I'm happy we have the video. Do you think it's real or just for attention? Most folks would bolt to the side of an alligator, but not these guys. This couple not only keeps one as a pet, but also knows how to make it blush. When the gator struggled to chomp down some grub, it got bashful and decided to give up and take a dip in the water instead. Aw, poor fella. This Ring camera recorded a man walking on the street at night, but just after a few seconds, he appeared to have vanished in thin air. It was in the middle of the camera's view, so we cannot say that he may have walked to the edge of the view. Now, how did this happen and who exactly was the man? This answer remained unknown as the woman whose camera recorded it said she had never seen him before. A year ago, people in Washington saw this weird phenomena happening. A number of fishes were seen crossing the road. Just like you and me, they were all so shocked to see how these salmon fishes were showing this unusual behavior. However, this scenario is the result of the river flooding. What you're seeing are salmon going from a field that they've been washed into, back across the road to get back into the river to continue their journey. This doesn't happen very often, but when it does, some salmon that get washed out do this to make it back. What you're seeing right here is a spider which is newly discovered. When the researchers saw it for the first time flip-flopping its way through the desert, they were astonished. At first, it was thought that something might have triggered such behavior. However, later it was observed that this was a new species, and this spider was unlike all the others, and it only does its cartwheeling when trying to get away from a predator. We don't know what this dog was thinking, but he sure did surprise all the humans with his supernatural ability to walk on the water. Every single person in the party was just left shaken. It almost seems like something out of the movie The Secret Life of Pets. Do you think it could be based on a true story? Ravens are incredible beings and are considered to be one of the smartest birds. But one quality of theirs makes them more special than anyone else, and that is the way they can imitate human voices.
Hi. Hi. Good bird.
For instance, this clip shows a couple recording a raven perched on a stone, then try to make the bird imitate them. But at first, it doesn't seem to care. But then, all of a sudden, the raven starts repeating what they say.
You alright, man? You alright? You alright?
It even says, "I'm alright."
You alright? You alright? You alright? I'm alright.
If you think penguins are just fluffy birds just walking here and there in the coldest regions on the Earth, well, you're wrong, because these penguins are actually having way more fun than any of us. Just that their style of having fun is a little unusual, because what they do love is to poop over one another. Now, I know it might sound gross and you might go all ew hearing this, but they enjoy it a lot. And who are we to judge, right? Humans and animals have been living together for decades, and this year-long relation has led to us understanding each other pretty much. For instance, take the elephant as an example. Years and years after passing the same road, he has come to know that a truck passes the same road every day with lots of sugarcane. So, what did the elephant decide to do? He decided to take a shortcut to get food and steal from the truck whenever he gets the chance to. These tourists were out looking and admiring the natural beauty when one of them discovered this strange thing happening. He found a waterfall where the water was turning into perfectly round ice balls.
Ice balls.
Don't they just look perfect? And if you're thinking of hitting a friend with it, don't play with them or use them as weapons, because they'll hurt. Bugs are often thought of as tiny creatures that anyone can easily squash, aren't they? However, this particular bug defies that stereotype and proves that size doesn't always equate to weakness. Its grip was one of the most powerful I have ever seen, clinging to the machine with an unyielding force that seemed to say, "Go ahead and try to break free." Isn't that truly remarkable? This kangaroo was stuck and had come to the conclusion that he cannot do anything about his situation and needs the help of humans. That is why he did not resist or punch the men who came to help him. Instead, after getting saved and safely on the land, he stood there, calmly waiting for the humans to shake his hand.
Oh, he's thanking ya.
Such bizarre creatures. Not especially friendly, but impossible not to love. So this photographer thought she'd get some cool shots of these seals up close by laying low on the ground. But one of the seals spotted her and decided to check out what's going on. Next thing you know, this huge baby elephant seal is flopping over to investigate. And before she knows it, she's getting squished. Apparently, the seal weighed over 100 kilograms. But the best part is, she and her husband couldn't stop laughing, even though she was flattened like a pancake. Have you seen this video where a photographer was trying to capture some pictures of meerkats in their natural habitat? Well, the meerkats were not too happy being ignored, and they decided to check out the photographer instead. They climbed up on his head, back, and even his camera. These moments were called magic moments by the BBC, and we totally get why. This video features a man showing off his cartwheeling skills in front of a dolphin enclosure. At first, one curious dolphin tried to imitate him, but gave up after one attempt. But then another dolphin arrived and was totally into it. She mimicked every single cartwheel the man did, as if she was trying to impress him. I mean, who knew? Maybe the dolphin did get a crush on the man, right?
This is so cool. This is... Oh my god.
Be it monkeys, chimps, or gorillas, they are all said to be the most intelligent animals on Earth. And they imitate humans almost perfectly. For instance, see this one chimp who was recorded by a camera washing a cloth. Then it cleaned its hands and face with it. The caretakers had no idea where the animal had picked up this habit. According to them, no one ever did anything like that in front of the chimp. But then, where did he learn that? Take a look at this unlikely pair taking a leisurely walk through the woods. It's a lion and a deer. Can you imagine? This trail cam clip is truly special, considering lions are notorious predators and rulers of the jungle. Yet here we witness a deer fearlessly following a lion, as if they're old chums or something. Who knows what really happens in the animal world? But one thing is certain. This video is guaranteed to brighten your day and put a smile on your face. What you're seeing right here might look like a worm to you, but just look at its fang-type teeth and the whole head. This is not a worm, folks. It is called a caecilian, and these are amphibians. Yup, just like frogs. They just lack arms and legs. But as they lack, their nature made them the only amphibians to have fangs. Have you ever heard of a fishing cat? No, it's not a cat that likes to go fishing with a rod and reel. These adorable felines are the only ones in the world that specialize in catching fish. While other cats may nibble on a fish occasionally, these guys are pros at it. Found in South Asia, fishing cats are known for their unique hunting style. They dive face first into the water to ambush their prey. This video shows two turtles hanging out together, when suddenly one of them flips over and can't get back on its feet. But what happens next is truly heartwarming. The other turtle comes to the rescue and uses its head to push and help the struggling one roll back over. This behavior has been seen among turtles a lot of times. When one rolls over the other, one comes running to help. This amazing chimp was seen sweeping the floor in his cage with a broom. It's incredible, right? According to his caretaker, the chimp learned this behavior by simply watching them sweep the floor. Apparently, she's usually the one cleaning up the enclosure, but this clever chimp decided to lend a hand. This man was sitting in the woods minding his own business when this little guy decided to come up to him and give some company. What did he want in return? Just some scratches under his neck. That is all the payment needed for such nice company. And look at that cute face. Every time I hear about catfish, they're always doing something wild. Now in India, these slippery swimmers are taking to land and learning how to walk. Don't they have enough space in the vast ocean? Apparently not, as they venture onto land in search of grub. I don't know about you, but to me it's kind of freaky to see so many of them scurrying about. What a strange sight. If you thought sloths were nothing but lazy critters, prepare to have your mind blown. Because it turns out they can move pretty darn fast when they want to. I mean, check out the footage of those little guys attacking those humans with lightning speed. Honestly, it's probably best to give them their space and let them do their sloth thing without disturbing them. Who knew these seemingly laid-back animals had such a surprising burst of energy in them? Well, on their routine bike ride along steep tracks, a group of bikers encountered a terrifying experience that would haunt them forever. As they ventured deeper into the forest, a strange humanoid creature suddenly emerged from the side of the track and quickly started running away. The sight of the creature caused one of the bikers to lose control and fall off his bike. Shocked, the biker with the camera attempted to chase after the creature, but to his surprise, it vanished into thin air, leaving him bewildered. As Vincent Fajera was enjoying a leisurely fishing trip off the coast of California, he got an unexpected visitor. A friendly seal who decided to hop aboard his kayak. Initially, Vincent was a bit startled, but he quickly realized that the seal just wanted a hug. The adorable creature snuggled up to Vincent and refused to leave, creating a heartwarming moment that was caught on camera.
Here's my new friend. He jumped aboard out at the bridge.
Despite several attempts to coax the seal back into the water, the little guy just wanted to stay and hang out with his new friends. Check out this crazy footage captured by some guys in Israel. They managed to catch what looks like a real-life mermaid on camera. The quality isn't great, but you can totally see the creature chilling on a rock before diving back into the water when it notices the guys creeping up.
Oh my God! What is that?
Do you think this thing was the real deal or just some kind of hoax? We want to hear your thoughts. When a wildlife channel placed cameras in the jungle, their goal was to capture footage of animals being themselves. What they didn't expect was to witness bears shaking their behinds and moving like Shakira in the woods. Just like us humans, bears get itchy sometimes. But unlike us, they scratch their backs on trees, and they absolutely love doing it. I mean, look at them. You won't believe what I just saw in this video. So it was late at night, and this guy was driving his usual route when he came across something super creepy. He was like, nope, I'm turning back and getting out of here. There was this ghostly woman in the middle of the road, holding a knife, and she was actually stabbing herself. Can you imagine? What would you do if you witnessed that? There was a French photographer who decided to set up a camera and a big mirror in the middle of the jungle. He wanted to see how the animals would react to their own reflections. And guess what? It turned out way crazier than he expected. The leopard couldn't get enough of itself. The gorilla saw it as a chance to have a fight with its own reflection. And the elephant didn't really care much. But the chimpanzees, oh boy, they had a blast checking themselves out while scratching. Imagine there's a dock and out of nowhere a mermaid shows up. She looks all confused, swimming back and forth like she's trying to find her way to the water. But here's the strange part. There were people around, and they didn't do anything. I mean, come on, if I saw a mermaid, I'd be freaking out. You'd think someone would have called the authorities or something. Now, there's a big debate about whether this video is real or edited. Nobody really knows for sure. What do you guys think? Let me know in the comments. Imagine if the magical world from the books and movies were actually real. Well, after watching this video of a creature that looks just like Dobby, I can't help but wonder if there's a hidden realm of magic out there that we humans don't know about. This creature was doing some kind of funky dance with its thin legs, and trust me, it definitely wasn't a human or some kid doing a chicken dance. Have you seen this bizarre video that's been going around? It's super short, but it shows this seriously weird creature on a random trail in the middle of nowhere. It's hard to make out what it is, but it kind of resembles a woman with a really strange posture. The thing is all muddy or dark brown and crawling around, scratching the ground with its long, skinny fingers. It also has something pointy sticking out of its head and seems to be crying. You know those pesky raccoons in North America that are always causing trouble for humans? Well, turns out they can annoy bucks too. In this video, these little thieves were initially tolerated as they stole food from the fields. But after a while, the buck's patience reached its limit. The food was running out, but the raccoons just kept showing up. There were so many raccoons, and they were so stubborn that the deer felt overwhelmed and decided to take matters into its own hooves. Apparently, a baby dinosaur or something that looks like it was spotted running around the city on CCTV footage. It's got us all wondering, could it be possible that dinosaurs still exist? I mean, how crazy would that be? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this. Do you think it's legit or just a prank? Whether it's alligators or crocodiles, we've always seen them as fierce predators. But have you ever wondered what these reptiles do when they think no one's watching? Well, picture this. A gator lazily floating around in a pool, seemingly enjoying the refreshing water. It's almost like they're having a chill moment, just vibing with themselves. Seeing them like this, it's hard not to find them kinda cute, right? On Christmas Island in the Indian Ocean, a spectacular natural phenomenon takes place every year. Millions of red crabs embark on an epic journey from the forest to the coast to mate. This journey begins during the rainy season and is protected by park rangers who block off roads and construct temporary fences along the migration path. As the crabs reach the coast, they engage in a frenzied mating ritual before the females lay up to 10,000 eggs each. The island becomes a sea of red as the crabs cover the landscape, creating a breathtaking and unforgettable sight. This spooky video was recorded in Mexico in 2006. You can see a mysterious figure flying through the sky on a broomstick. Some people think it's a witch. The locals had been talking about these witches for ages, but nobody had any proof until this footage was taken. The witch's flight looks a bit shaky, so maybe she's a new witch still practicing her flying skills. In a terrifying encounter in Alberta, Canada, a man captured a video that appears to unveil an enormous creature, potentially belonging to a tribe of colossal beings native to the region, leisurely walking atop of a mountain without any visible means of support. The shadowy figure is of such immense size that it was noticed by two individuals during their usual commute. A multitude of individuals are now filled with curiosity, questioning the validity of the legends surrounding giants in this area. Could it be that there's something far more sinister lurking within the mysterious Alberta mountains? The Rake is a popular creepy urban legend, similar to Slender Man, about a humanoid creature that attacks people. In a video posted by a man on July 25, 2011, filmed near the Hudson Bridge, he heard strange noises on his roof and decided to go check out what was happening while recording it all. While exploring, he unexpectedly falls off the roof, even though he was not injured or anything. The footage revealed a terrifying creature staring back at him later, leaving us all to imagine, was that really a rake?
Hello? Oh my god.
Let's check out this clip captured on a home security camera outside a house. You can hear faint footsteps before a blurry figure appears and moves across the screen. Since the video quality is poor, it's hard to make out any details. Is it a prowler, or could it be something paranormal? Upon closer inspection, the figure seems to briefly disappear when it reaches the center of the screen. This leaves us wondering if it's just a camera glitch, or if there's something more sinister going on. This video was recorded by a group of friends who were looking for ghosts and other unusual beings, they thought that would be present there. And that's exactly what they happened to come across. They were hearing strange noises, and when they went deeper into the forest to investigate, they saw a weird creature staring at them from behind the tree. As soon as they spotted it, it disappeared.
Oh shit! Oh my god.
A weird black smoke-like being is what appears in this video, and this happened when an arrest was going on in Florida. Neither the police officers nor the other man had any idea about it. They remained oblivious to the thing, but the guy recording it was surely freaked out. Riding through the peaceful forest, a lone biker suddenly comes across a strange and mysterious creature. As a cyclist gets closer to a narrow trail surrounded by tall walls, a weird and otherworldly being jumps down from the wall and almost crashes into the biker. Surprised, the cyclist stops to look for the creature, but it has disappeared without a trace. Because of its strange look and incredible speed, it's hard to figure out exactly what this creature could be. There was a French photographer who decided to set up a camera and a big mirror in the middle of the jungle. He wanted to see how the animals would react to their own reflections, and guess what? It turned out way crazier than he expected. The leopard couldn't get enough of itself. The gorilla saw it as a chance to have a fight with its own reflection, and the elephant didn't really care much. But the chimpanzees, oh boy, they had a blast checking themselves out while scratching. In this funny incident, a bear trespassed onto someone's property at night and tried to snack on some chickens. It attempted to break into the chicken coop, but got startled by a strange voice and decided to run away as fast as possible. Turns out, the owner, Haley, woke up in the middle of the night and shouted at the bear from a window to scare it off. Now let's talk about hellhounds. These supernatural dogs are supposed to guard the gates of hell. Ancient Greece had stories about them, including one about a three-headed dog named Cerberus. Legend has it that if you look into its eyes 3 times or more, you'll drop dead on the spot. In this video from the TV show Mountain Monsters, they claim to have captured a real-life hellhound. The host interviewed a guy who said he caught the elusive creature on tape. The footage shows a black 4-legged beast. People all over the world are going crazy over it, wondering if this video is legit or not. You know those mythical creatures called centaurs? They're like humans with a horse's body. Well, check out this newborn goat from Argentina. It has a face that looks human. When the folks in the town saw it, they thought something magical must have been involved in its birth. Some say it's just a weird birth defect, but most people are calling it a real-life centaur. We've seen some bizarre animal videos on the internet, but nothing quite like this goat with a human-like face. In July 2008 in New York, 2 friends were out to take a walk along the shore, not knowing what was about to come next. Lying a few feet away was a dead creature that no one had ever seen before. It was the size of a small dog, a beak like a chicken, and a tail again like a dog. It was hairless but had small patches of hair on it. They posted the picture they took later on the internet, and everyone was left shocked with not even a single person giving a logical explanation. Have you ever seen a super buff goat? If you haven't, we're about to show you something awesome. So this guy was out hiking in the mountains, just enjoying nature and all that. And guess what he stumbled upon? This seriously ripped goat. He knew he had to capture it on his phone and share it with everyone. And guess what? The video went crazy viral on Twitter, racking up a whopping 4 million views. People couldn't help but be amazed by the goat's incredible physique. It's small like a squirrel, but its face is more like a monkey, you know? A farmer caught it on camera while wandering around the woods, but we're clueless about what it actually is. If any of you have any bright ideas, let us in on the secret, okay? It's a bit fuzzy and low res, but what it captures is absolutely unbelievable. Picture this: a creature with a head shaped like a hammer suddenly pops up on a camper's roof, screams its lungs out, and then vanishes into thin air. Some folks thought it resembled a dog, while others said a monkey. But honestly, it didn't look like any of those critters to us. So what the heck was it? Nobody knows. Unlike most of the videos in today's list, this one was recorded in a home where 3 guys were talking while lightly playing with a ball. And that is when a short black witch-like thing appeared out of nowhere and went past them in a hurry, which scared the boys quite a lot. When it was uploaded on the internet, some said it was definitely a witch, while others couldn't help but think it was a fake video. And this one is a very short video, but creepy nonetheless. While the little kid enjoyed her swing, we see a tiny creature running from somewhere behind her. Was it a dwarf, or a ghost, or something more mischievous and scary? I guess we will never know. A man was out driving at night to get to his home, and while he was halfway through, he saw something quite creepy. A woman dressed in fancy clothing was walking on the road. Since she was too far, we can't clearly make out of her dressing, but that's what the man said. Even though he stood there for a few minutes, the woman did not come near. She just kept walking in that area. What if you were in a cemetery visiting a loved one and you encountered a weird man who disappeared behind a pole? Well, that's exactly what happened to this man, and he approached the spot to see where the man had gone, but no one was there. So he hurried back home with 1,000 questions swirling in his mind and a great deal of fear in his heart. In a terrifying encounter in Alberta, Canada, a man captured a video that appears to unveil an enormous creature, potentially belonging to a tribe of colossal beings native to the region, leisurely walking atop of a mountain without any visible means of support. The shadowy figure is of such immense size that it was noticed by 2 individuals during their usual commute. A multitude of individuals are now filled with curiosity, questioning the validity of the legends surrounding giants in this area. Could it be that there's something far more sinister lurking within the mysterious Alberta mountains? This video was recorded in China and has caused controversy since then. Some say that the mermaid in the video is real, and there have been numerous sightings of mermaids in the area, while others refuse to believe it, saying it is nothing but fake. There have been no comments by the authorities, so we can't be sure. But what if it is real? This scary video was recorded in the woods where a little ghost dressed as a human was seen hopping around. But wait until it turns towards the camera, and that's when you see that the little ghost is a dog dressed as a little girl and was just annoying some peaceful moments in the woods. This video was uploaded a few years back on YouTube and scared the whole world. It shows what appears to be 2 girls in skirts, one holding the other one and smashing her here and there while walking on a wall. For me, it is the most terrifying clip out there. The woman was enjoying her peaceful sleep in her room when she heard weird noises. As she woke up, she saw this weird as hell goat coming into her room. But things weren't very scary until the goat opened its mouth. If it were me, I wouldn't know what I would have done. Seriously. Are mermaids actually not real? Or are these scientists and experts hiding things from us? Because there's a hell of a lot of proof out there that shows they might be real. Just like this video where a dead mermaid is being filmed by a man. Maybe it isn't like what we all have imagined, but it is the closest anything could get to a definition of a mermaid. This clip was recorded in 2018 and was posted on the internet with a caption saying, "Ghost caught on camera." However, if you look closely, it only looks like a kid trying to sneak into a home. And then there's another kid sitting there. And not just that, We see a ghost walking on the roof too. So what do you guys think? Isn't that creepy? In July 2022, something strange happened in a hospital. While we see people waiting in the lobby, a surgeon appears, scared as hell, and runs away, tripping here and there. The people there did not give it much importance until they see a wheelchair coming from the left, and then it turns towards them on its own. That's when they knew it wasn't something funny. It was a haunted hospital. While driving on the Queensland Highway, the driver had no idea something surprising was about to happen. As he kept driving, he noticed something strange on the side of the road. To his surprise, he and other people saw a ghostly figure standing right in the middle of the road. The ghost looked like a pure white child floating just a little bit above the ground. This spooky sighting became famous and many people started calling it the Ghost Child. However, some people who didn't believe in ghosts argued that it might not be real. Farmers in Puerto Rico were getting worried as their animals kept getting attacked by an unknown predator. Investigators tried to figure out what it was, but they couldn't find any clues. Initially, people thought it was a wolf, but the footprints didn't match. Some people claimed to have seen something like an ape and called it a chupacabra. It mostly targeted goats. The whole situation was scary and kept everyone on edge. And even though it happened a few years ago, the mystery remains unsolved. In South Africa, a strange creature has been spotted roaming around town. It looks like a mix of a man and a dog, and it lives and eats with other dogs. There are many rumors and fears surrounding it, but nobody has been able to get close and learn more. We only have blurry camera footage of it walking with its furry friends. The big question is whether it's just a man with mental issues or something more unusual. Let us know your thoughts. Imagine you're a farmer, excited to start your day and work in the field with your animals. But when you arrive, this is what you see. Not a pleasant sight, right? Well, that's exactly what happened to this farmer who encountered the world's largest bat in his field. It's so big that people refer to it as the flying fox. Now, let's watch this astonishing video from China where a fish was discovered that has a face resembling a human's. The video became extremely popular in November 2019, and people were completely startled. Some people believe it was a carp with a face that looked like a human's, but we can't be certain. Although the video is authentic, it's possible that the way the fish's scales appear on the camera's angle might have created that illusion. What do you think? We all adore dogs, right? But have you seen Stucky, the dog that got mummified? A farmer discovered this well-preserved dog while working in the forest and cutting down trees. Trapped inside a tree trunk, he was protected from predators, insects, and the weather. How did this occur, you may wonder? It's a mystery. Some theories propose that the dog might have become trapped and died while inside the oak tree. Whatever the reason, it's truly astonishing to witness how well nature can preserve things. Take a look at the picture of Stucky, and you'll understand why it's simultaneously eerie and magnificent. Get ready to be amazed by something incredible, straight from the farm. If you love horses and think they're the most gentle creatures, you might want to take a seat for this. In this video, we witness a horse doing something unexpected, devouring a family of chickens by eating one of the little chicks. The mother chicken tries her best to protect her offspring, but she's no match for the enormous horse. It's shocking to observe such behavior from a seemingly peaceful animal, but it serves as a reminder that animals can surprise us in various ways. Trail cameras mounted on trees recording animals is an old thing now. Spy cameras dressed and set as actual animals is the new thing now, and we see that in this video, which shows a spy gorilla camera in action. At first, the clan thought it to be weird and had to do a little inspection before they made the decision that the gorilla is no harm, so they'll let it stay. And that's when the camera recorded the beautiful moments of the gorilla family. Wolves are always considered to be the ferocious, the dangerous, the stay-away type animals. But these wolves, I don't want to stay away from them. Looking at the way they're all cuddling and kissing each other, don't they look like the most adorable beings right here? What do you guys think? The giant lizard that's basically a real-life dragon. These guys are massive. They're the largest living lizards in the world, and their venomous saliva is no joke. If they bite you, you could end up paralyzed or even dead. And let's not forget about those sharp claws and teeth. They're fierce predators that don't mess around. In fact, they've been known to attack and even kill humans who get too close. So if you ever find yourself in the presence of a Komodo dragon, just remember to keep your distance and give them the space they deserve. Otherwise, you might end up regretting it. If you ever find yourself face to face with a Nile crocodile in the wild, you better watch out. These big guys are not to be messed with. They are one of the largest crocodile species in the world and have a reputation for being quite aggressive. They've been known to attack humans and other animals without much warning. So it's best to keep your distance. Cone snail. This is a little guy that you might not expect to be dangerous. The cone snail. These colorful little snails might seem harmless, but don't let their size fool you. They pack a venomous punch that can cause paralysis and even death. I mean, talk about a small but mighty creature. So if you're ever strolling along the beach and come across a cone snail, be sure to admire it from a safe distance. After all, you never know what could be lurking beneath that pretty shell. These guys are some of the deadliest snakes on the planet, and they can grow up to a whopping 18 feet long. That's longer than most cars, people! And let's not forget about their venom. It's no joke. If they bite you, you could end up with respiratory failure and possibly even death. So if you ever come across a king cobra in the wild, just remember to give them the space they deserve and admire them from a safe distance. After all, it's better to be alive and well than up close and personal with one of these deadly snakes. This little dude may be small, but trust me, it's a ninja in disguise. Its venom is like a 1-2 punch that can knock you out and even kill you in just a matter of minutes. Those blue rings on its body may look cool, but they're actually a warning sign that says back off. If you see one of these guys while you're out swimming or diving, keep your distance and give it some space. But let's be real here. As dangerous as they may be, blue-ringed octopuses are still pretty fascinating creatures. Just don't let their small size fool you. They pack a deadly punch. The cassowary is usually known for its striking appearance, with its bright blue head and neck and a large bony protrusion on its head called a casque. However, these birds are also incredibly dangerous, with sharp claws on their feet that can cause serious injury or even death. Cassowaries are also known to be territorial and can become aggressive if they feel threatened. And when they do, get ready to run as fast as you can and as long as you can, because they will follow you as long as they can. Get ready to meet the Usain Bolt of the snake world, the black mamba. This slithery speedster is the fastest snake in the world, and with a name like Mamba, you know it's not something to mess with. So if you ever find yourself face to face with a black mamba, just remember to give them their space and back away slowly. Trust me, you don't want to challenge this sprinting serpent to a race. You know those pesky bugs that buzz around your ear and leave you itching and scratching all over? Yeah, those are mosquitoes, and don't let their small size fool you. These little bloodsuckers are responsible for more human deaths than any other animal on the planet. How, you ask? By transmitting deadly diseases like malaria, dengue fever, and Zika virus. Trust me, you don't want to mess with these tiny terrors. So next time you hear that high-pitched whine, grab the bug spray and protect yourself from the deadliest animal on Earth, the mosquito. If you thought getting a paper cut was painful, wait until you hear about the stonefish. This little fish may not look like much, but it packs a punch with its venomous spines that can cause excruciating pain, paralysis, and get this, the venom is so potent that victims have been known to beg for amputation just to stop the pain. So next time you're out snorkeling, be sure to watch where you step, or you might end up with a nasty surprise from the deadliest fish in the world, the stonefish. This eight-legged terror is a master of disguise, blending in with its surroundings and striking when you least expect it. Its venom is like a slow-acting time bomb, silently eating away at your flesh until it's too late to stop it. And don't be fooled by their size. These tiny terrors can bring down a full-grown adult with just one bite. So watch where you step and check your shoes before putting them on, because the brown recluse could be waiting to strike at any moment. Stay safe, my friends. You know what's scarier than a shark in a horror movie? A real-life great white shark. These bad boys can grow up to 20 feet long and have a bite force that can crush bones. And let's not forget about their famous razor-sharp teeth. One bite from these guys can be deadly. So the next time you're swimming in the ocean, remember to keep your eyes peeled for the great white shark, the ultimate predator of the sea. These pesky little creatures are found all over Australia, and their bite can be a real pain. Their venom is no joke. It can make you feel like your whole body's on fire. That's why it's important to keep an eye out for these sneaky spiders and make sure you're not their next victim. But here's the thing. As much as we may dislike them, redback spiders are actually pretty fascinating creatures. They're part of the widow spider family, and their females are notorious for eating their male counterparts after mating. Talk about a bad breakup. Check out the tiger shark, a big bad predator of the ocean. These bad boys have been known to attack humans and are one of the most dangerous sharks out there. With their razor-sharp teeth and incredible hunting abilities, they're a force to be reckoned with. If you see one in the water, it's best to give them plenty of space and let them do their thing. Africa's version of the Hulk. These big boys can weigh up to a whopping 2,000 pounds, making them one of the biggest and baddest creatures out there. And here's the thing, they're not afraid to throw down. They've been known to take on lions and even humans, and let me tell you, you don't want to mess with them. That's why they're also known as the Black Death. So if you ever find yourself face to face with one of these beasts, just remember to give them plenty of space and respect. This little dude might look like it's straight out of a sci-fi movie, but trust me, it's 100% real and 100% not to be messed with. Why? Because it's one of the only venomous lizards out there. That's right, this sneaky little guy packs a bite that can cause some serious pain and swelling. But here's where things get mysterious. Nobody really knows why it's venomous. Is it for hunting? Self-defense? Who knows? All we do know is that if you ever come across a Gila monster, it's best to give it some space. After all, you don't want to end up on the receiving end of a venomous bite from this cool but dangerous lizard. Did you know that the Sydney funnel-web spider is basically the Australian funnel-web spider's BFF? And let me tell you, their venom is no joke. It can knock you out faster than a kangaroo bouncing on a trampoline. Plus, if you get bitten by one of these creepy crawlies, you could end up with respiratory failure or even die. So make sure you steer clear of these eight-legged critters if you happen to come across them. Safety first, folks. The gentle giants that can turn into raging beasts. Now, I know we all love these intelligent and majestic creatures, but let's not forget they're also one of the biggest and most powerful animals on land. And when they feel threatened, they're not afraid to throw down. They've been known to attack and even kill humans who got too close to their turf. So if you're ever in the presence of an elephant, be sure to give them their space and show them the respect they deserve. Trust me, it's better to be safe than sorry when it comes to these big guys. If you're not a fan of snakes, then you better steer clear of the inland taipan, mate. This snake is not to be messed with, as it's considered the most venomous snake in the world. Its venom is so deadly that it can cause multiple organ failure and can kill a human in less than an hour. Talk about fierce. Despite its fearsome reputation, the inland taipan is actually a pretty fascinating creature. It has an incredible sense of smell and can detect prey from miles away. Plus, its venom is being studied for its potential to help treat certain medical conditions. Who knew this lethal creature could have a softer side? This image shows a huge predator of the world of water, with its weird horrifying mask and tentacles showing. We also see a boat nearby comparing, which we can see how big the size of the creature is. But well, no matter how creepy this may look, it's not real. Instead, it is an image created through Photoshop. Still, with the ocean being only 3% discovered, who knows? Maybe this actually might be real too. What do you guys think about it? This crocodile is like the Hulk of the animal kingdom. It's one tough customer. And let me tell you, if you ever find yourself in its neck of the woods, you better watch your back. This bad boy has been known to attack humans, so you don't want to mess with it. I mean, just imagine coming face to face with a creature that's built like a tank, has jaws that could crush a car, and is just itching for a fight. Yeah, I think I'll pass on that one, so if you're planning a trip to South America, make sure you steer clear of this feisty dude's territory. If you think you're the only one crushing hard on all those Korean oppas, well, you're wrong, because it isn't just us humans, but these beluga whales too who love Korean men. This beluga whale has such a big crush on her trainer that it refuses to kiss anyone else but him. And waits all day for just him to come to her and play with her. The other two males have to be separated from her because they like her so much that she finds them annoying. This guy was out in the wilderness filming a video, just minding his own business, when all of a sudden, he sees something bolting towards him like a bat out of hell. And guess what? It's a freaking mountain lion! Yeah, you heard me right. This guy is staring down a big, wild apex predator. But you know what's even crazier? He manages to narrowly escape like a boss. This dude had a seriously close call.
No, you taste, dude.
But he lives to tell the tale, and we're all glad he made it out in one piece. This little guy had his hands burnt in a forest fire and didn't know what to do. So he came to the humans for help. And lucky for him, this kind woman was there to lend a hand. It's incredible how calm and trusting the kangaroo is while the woman tends to his wounds. So this girl was snowboarding as usual, but then something unexpected happened to her. She was singing a song while getting on her board, and once ready, she started riding. Suddenly, she noticed a glimpse of a bear chasing her from behind, but she didn't fully comprehend what was going on. Thankfully, the girl was quick enough to escape the bear and unknowingly saved her life. This weird little thing was recorded deep underwater, transforming into different shapes. The researchers, the people on the internet, in fact, every single person who saw this was shocked to his core, wondering what this creature could have been and what other superpowers it might hold. Can this be an alien? I mean, I can't help but wonder, you know? An incredible video aired on an Indian news channel featuring the most mind-blowing thing ever. A leopard visited a cow every night, and they had their own secret friendship going on while the humans snoozed. Upon investigation, it was discovered that the cow had taken care of the leopard when it was a baby, and now the leopard was not ready to let go of its caregiver. How sweet is that? So these scientists saw a super weird fish and were totally confused. But then something crazy happened. The fish suddenly shrunk its mouth down really fast, and everyone was shocked. It turns out that the fish is called a gulper eel, and it has a special kind of mouth that can puff up to eat big things. This fish is really interesting because of its cool mouth and the way it moves around. Overall, it's pretty amazing. The secrets hidden in the deep forest seems endless, and we never know what we might find. Recently, a trail camera in Vietnam caught a glimpse of a rare two-tone mouse deer that scientists thought had vanished 30 years ago. It was strolling around leisurely as if it owned the place. It's amazing that some of these unique animals have managed to escape hunters and predators, giving them a chance to flourish in their natural environment. Have you ever heard of flying snakes? Yeah, you heard that right. Flying snakes. A viral video making the rounds on the internet recently showed these slithering creatures taking to the skies. But don't worry, they're not flapping their wings or anything. They're actually gliding through the air. These incredible creatures, known as Chrysopelia, have the ability to contort their bodies and flatten their ribs to cover a significant distance after launching themselves into the air. It's an amazing feat that allows them to travel between trees with ease. Who knew snakes could fly? This pelican was recorded by a man trying to eat a capybara. I mean, we know and I know that he knows that the capybara is too big for him, but no, that won't stop him from doing that. And then he is just left all embarrassed because he did not succeed. Imagine you're out scuba diving and when you surface for air, you discover an octopus that won't let go of your back. In a recent video, a diver experienced this unexpected surprise and was trying everything he could to shake off the clingy cephalopod. Despite moving in different directions, the octopus wouldn't budge, and the diver started feeling uncomfortable with its sharp beak and sticky suckers. Perhaps the octopus just wanted a hug. What do you think? As the driver was cruising down the Queensland Highway, little did he know that he was in for a surprise. As he continued driving, he spotted something unusual on the side of the road. To his shock, he and other onlookers saw a ghostly figure standing in the middle of the road. The ghost, which appeared to be a pure white child, was just a few inches above the ground. The eerie sighting quickly gained fame and was dubbed the Ghost Child by many. However, some skeptics argued that it might have been just a human baby who happened to wander in the middle of the road. Okay, so I've got a creepy story for you. A girl was taking a break near the harbor when, out of nowhere, a sea lion popped up, grabbed her, and dragged her into the water. Her family and bystanders freaked out, but luckily, a brave dude jumped in and rescued her. It was a shocking incident because sea lions usually don't attack people without a reason. Well, that's all for today, guys. Thank you for watching the video. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel and hit the bell icon for getting updates related to our latest videos.